Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain!
I can't hear you!
Aye, aye, Captain!
Oh!
Good morning. Hello, how's everybody doing? Good morning, good morning, good morning. We have a very special setup today, as you can see. I have tangibles, real life things. Today's art stream. We're gonna Now you guys are gonna have to let me know on volume here. Might need to turn down the music slightly, but on volume, hello everybody. You gotta tell me how we're doing because is this bad? Is things hitting the table bad? Because the microphone is right here. So if things are hitting the table is bad, I can move the microphone. Am I echoing?
You're good.
Okay.
You could hear my phone.
Sure, it's just that multiple people were saying there was an echo.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Okay. If it still is an echo, let me check here. I could turn, I think I know what it is.
Did that fix it? That probably fixed it. I think what was happening is that this camera that is getting this top view, it was taking audio too. So we had the microphone and the camera. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you. You helped me fix this out. All right, I'm going to pull chat up on my phone because can I make chat full screen? Yes, perfect. There is my chat. That way I can see you guys, because right now my computer is to the side, and I don't want to have to look all the way over there to see you guys, and now you guys are right here. Perfect. So, good morning. I hope that it's a wonderful, well, good morning for me. I know some of you are not currently in a time zone where it is morning, but good day to you. I hope everything is going well. Today we're going to be doing another art stream, but our art stream today is a little special because we have the tangible setup. And also, I'm very happy to report that I finally have my Sony camera properly plugged in. So this is actually my good, proper Sony camera that we use for filming. I finally figured out a way. I had to buy a specific plug-in thing to plug it into the computer. But now, we actually have it for streaming, and it's so good. It's a high-quality goodness. Eventually, this will be my face cam, too. Right now, we're still using our dollar store cam for this stream, but we're going to be transferring over to making this my face cam just because it is crisp and clean, and I mean, you can almost read the words on that from that distance. Yeah, you can just see your own messages here. Am I on the right one? Yes. All right. Bevo, I did say this, but we can't take requests. We're very sorry about that, but it takes us about 2 months to make one video, and we get requests every single day. So we couldn't possibly react to every single request. We have like 20 requests a day over YouTube and Discord, so we basically just say we can't take requests. We're so sorry about that, but it's just the way of life. It'll be impossible for us to answer everybody's requests. And so, sorry. We thank you for your enthusiasm. But please don't beg for it by asking about me taking so long to answer. I am not going to answer requests. That's just a solid fact. I'm not going to answer requests. But yeah. Yeah, no problem. I can understand. You know, especially if you didn't know, because I've only been recently talking about how we're trying to not react to requests. I hadn't said that too much in the past, and so I can understand you didn't know that. Now, but thank you and welcome to the stream. I hope you enjoy. We're going to be painting some SpongeBob background texture things. But it's interesting today because for those of you who are on previous streams, you would know that there's a couple of textures that I was very bad at painting. We've done some painting of different background elements of the videos for our movie trailer parodies. Because with our movie trailer parodies, we're basically making it look like the real SpongeBob show. We're trying to make real cartoony backgrounds. And so the problem with that is painting certain backgrounds that I'm not very good at, one of which was metal. If you were there when we were painting, there was a scene in the trailer. There was a scene where we have, let's see if I can pull this up. I don't want to, there's a scene in the news trailer where Mr. Krabs is sitting in basically a helicopter plane kind of thing, and he's looking towards, I can pull this up. Here, let me pull this up. He is sitting in a plane. I can widescreen this too. Where is it? It should be somewhere right here. Oh, maybe it's further. It introduces the character. I've completely lost this one scene. I think it's right here. Okay. So in this one scene, oh gosh, it's so short too, which makes it better. But we worked on this on one of our live streams. Oh, it's not gonna want to focus at all. Here, I can try to. This is a shot we worked on one of our live streams, and the background looks horrible. That is not look. It doesn't look like metal. So today, one of our goals is going to be making some good metal textures, and we're going to see if we can do that. I gotta get the focus back again. Making some good metal textures, making it kind of look proper. We're maybe going to paint some of the SpongeBob like sand, and we're going to see if we can do that. That'll be pretty fun. And so yeah, we're just going to be hanging out. We're going to be painting. I actually kind of want to hear the music because oh, you know what? I'm going to put the music on shuffle too, so we're not just playing one song at a time. Okay. See if the shuffle's working. It is. Perfect. Alright. Turn the desktop slightly down. Are you just gonna do a scene or houses? I'm not sure what you mean. But yeah, welcome everybody. How you guys doing? Let me pull up the chat on my phone again because I do not want to look left. Alright. Awesome. Okay, yeah, music. Tell me if this was good now. I did lower it a little bit. I can lower it even. That's probably as low as I want to for ambience sake. Okay, well, without further ado, we're gonna get started, and we're gonna get painting some metal. Okay, I gotta figure out how exactly I want to do this. I don't have a palette. I don't have a place, so I might end up using this piece of paper as my paint palette, and putting all my paint daubs here. So we'll put this to the side. I might actually just cut off a piece, and use a small piece of this as my painting palette. Alright. Oh, and it's like slick. Yeah, so this will be pretty good for my paint palette. And now I actually have to pick it. The other funny thing is I don't actually have a like good canvas. So instead I have a bunch of construction paper here today. And I'll be painting on construction paper. I have no idea how good or bad this is gonna be. I don't know if the paint's just gonna bleed into the construction paper. But I also have different kinds. So like I've got this really thick stuff. Not only that, really thick stuff in very earthy tones, which is going to be really good. Really? The music's loading. The internet couldn't load music? How dare you pause? Oh well. So yeah, maybe we'll try some of these. It has a different texture to the actual construction paper. And honestly, might start with this for the metal. Maybe we'll start with one of these. This is a nice, the same color as the table I'm working with here. Alright, I will be using this in the future. All these textures will be able to be reused by us in any of our parody videos where we have to have cartoon backgrounds. My favorite Cartoon Network show. My favorite Cartoon Network show would probably be Amazing World of Gumball. And second place would be like Adventure Time. But I love Amazing World of Gumball. It is just such a good cartoon. Such a good cartoon. Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. Was that Cartoon Network? Yeah. Foster's Home is a classic one. I still pick the other one first. No, it's called a opinion.
Your opinion is wrong.
Have you seen any of Gumball?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Oh, well, your opinion's wrong. Alright, so...
Right,
Whoa!
you need to be right before I leave for a week.
You're being mean to me before you leave for a week.
Ooh, there.
I actually didn't grab the white paint. I don't know where that is. So, we'll just have to... Do we have any white paint? So my main issue right now is I don't have white paint. Which makes it very hard to lighten any of these colors. We could start with a gray. Let's just see. Is this shiny? If it's shiny, that'll be interesting. Alright, let's just experiment. And I also have to figure out what brushes to use. Oh yeah, this is gonna be shiny. This will be... This is like the worst arts and crafts like experimentation of I have no idea what I'm doing. Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends is an older cartoon.
Oh my gosh, somebody has seen it?
Yes. I mean, that's the thing, is it's not been like publicized on Cartoon Network at any in the past years.
So good.
But it's a fantastic cartoon. I would highly recommend it. Alright, let's go with this paintbrush. I'm gonna try to mix together grays and blues in order to kind of create this texture. And our biggest thing to figure out here is the actual, like, the way it works. Because, let me see if I can pull up for myself a reference of the metal texture. And I should actually have files from the video we just worked on. So if I go into my files... Okay. Cool. So I've got some references pulled up for... Okay. For the most part, this should hopefully be pretty... It's interesting. I can maybe pull it up here as well. I have not seen the Jurassic World Dominion movie. Not sure if we're going to, just because I've got some other movies I'm really excited to see. I really want to see the Thor movie. I know I actually haven't even seen Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness yet. But I know that's coming out on streaming in like 7 days or something like that. So I'm gonna wait for that, and I'll watch that one on streaming services. But yeah, there's some other movies that I'm excited for right now. And yeah, so let's see if I can't find SpongeBob. Let's do Krusty Krab interior. We'll give us some quick metal walls. Hey, look at that.
3 more colors.
Awesome. Well, the white would be very helpful. Alright. So basically, what we have to do is there's this very interesting, like... Oh, the camera's not going to pick this up at all because it's too bright. Maybe if I darken it down? Does that fix it? Sort of. This is a hilarious thing to figure out. There we go. There is like a lot of... It's almost very fluffy. Like the metal texture itself has a very wispy kind of quality to it. And then on the border areas between different panels, there's like some highlights and shadows going on. So we're going to be trying to emulate that. I've got reference pulled up for myself because I want to make sure that we've got chat on my phone here. But yeah, that's what we're going to...
my iPad? That'd be helpful.
Sure, that would be certainly helpful. Let's just experiment. I won't know if I'm doing it wrong until I try it, so... Alright, let's go horizontal, because if we're making this background for a video, I'm gonna want the paper to be like this. Alright. And now that I think about it, I mean... Thank you. Now that I think about it, I feel like I should put something behind this page to catch the extra paint. That way I'm not just painting on my, painting on the table. Okay guys, I think now this has been enough practice, enough setup. Took me a few minutes, but now we're started. Let me see if I can catch up on chat anymore. You saw it in 4D after you saw the parody, fantastic. Did you like the movie? How was the movie? Alright, let's just get started. Okay, ooh, I do like how, okay, starting off with a construction paper background is really nice because this gives us that base color immediately. I'm realizing, okay, wait, let me pull up my reference. My lovely wife has just given me an iPad, so I can go ahead and try to pull up some references on here.
To be fair, you gave me that for my birthday last year.
Alright, so we're looking up Krusty Krab interior. Because this is probably the easiest way to look this up. Okay. Images. Ooh, look. It's Google, everybody. Alright, this was the image I was just looking at. That's too low quality. This is probably one of my best references here. Awesome. I'm gonna put this up here, and I will have that as reference. Oh, you know what's a big thing that we also need to do? Is wood. that's something that I could do digitally, but it might be fun to do that with physical paint. So right now, the goal of the stream is to do all of the kind of things that I need to have for our videos that I'm going to be able to do easier with physical paint. So we'll focus on that. Metal is definitely important. But yeah, now I've got my reference. We're going to get started.
I know, honey.
It was like you're in an actual movie with the bumping, the up and down is the best movie experience ever.
Oh yeah, because 4D. That's cool.
That's really cool, yeah. So is that the one where the chairs move and stuff? They had that for Jurassic World?
I had a dream that they had that, so that's really funny. I had a dream that we saw it in like 4D, and there was like real dinosaurs, not real obviously, but like animatronic dinosaurs on the sides of the screen, and they breathed fire.
That's funny.
It was crazy. Like the seats went like upside down like a roller coaster.
That's great.
The only way that I'll watch Jurassic World is if it's like that.
The Rise of Gru. I personally am not too necessarily excited about Rise of Gru, just because I've kind of fallen out from watching. Like, I love the first Despicable Me.
But you hate something.
And then, what? Do I hate something in Despicable Me?
Yeah, the Minions.
No, I don't hate the Minions. Many adults like to hate on the Minions. I personally am not a huge hater of the Minions. I just think that they've been overdone. I think in the original movie they were amazing. Minions are really good when they're not the focus. I think making a whole... It's like Jack Sparrow. Jack Sparrow was good as a character because he was a side character. If you were to try to focus on him, or if you focus on the Minions, I feel like you end up focusing on the wrong thing. Because background characters are good for being background characters. Which is also what I think about the Patrick Star Show, honestly. Patrick Star is an amazing secondary character, and when you start to just entirely focus on him, I think there's a weakness to that. I don't think you get to put that character in their best positioning. And I think Minions, as characters, are best as background characters. So I loved the original Despicable Me. That was such a great movie. But I think they've overdone it with all the sequels.
Bro, raise your hand if you're a background character, though, because I am. Oh my gosh, that squirrel is killing me.
You've been struggling with painting wood? Yeah. It's a unique texture because, I mean, even with cartoons, even like with SpongeBob, it's kind of replicating real wood, and real wood is very complex. It's the way that a tree grows. Alright, I'm trying not to make any too angular. One thing I'm noticing about the way that the SpongeBob show does its texture here is it's very, like, a lot of angular strokes, but nothing's turning too much. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is using real paint, it is a lot easier to get somewhere like this compared to using digital. This is way better than already what I was doing with the digital attempt. I should probably be using my paint water here. Don't want to get the brushes to get dried on paint. I haven't painted in such a long time. This is like the first time that I have sat down with a paintbrush and physical paint in a very long time. A Five Nights at Freddy's movie? That is remarkable. I have not heard of that. I need to make this iPad not try to shut off, because it is trying to shut off on me. Settings. How do I do this? Probably in screen. Yeah, display and brightness. Auto lock. Never, please. Thank you. Awesome. And back to the thing. Alright. You feel wet and see... the only 4D movie I've ever seen was at, like, Universal Studios, and they had, like, the Shrek 4D experience. Or they had a Pirates of the Caribbean 4D experience. I'm trying to get the edges of this, because I don't want to ignore the edges of the canvas too much. Yes, Sonic movie finally proved that video game movies can be good. Like, for the longest time, we had a lot of bad video game movies, and finally Sonic came around. It's like, that was a really good video game movie. Where did my white paint go? It's right here. Need to put all the paint in the box so I know where to find it. Alright, I'm tempted to add some of these highlights, but I want to... Oh, Minecraft music, wonderful. We're gonna... Oh man, a giant sponge. This earbud. Okay. I'm just finding that I have to have a place that everything goes, and I'm just struggling to figure out where everything should go. Where do I put the wet brushes? Where do I put things that I've used? Okay. How have many of you all have painted with physical paint? I hope most of you have. It's a very good experience to get, and I feel like everybody, at least as a kid, at one point in their life, is sat down in an art class and has to, paint something. You know what? I'm tempted to add a very slight amount of blue, just to get that text, just a little bit of context in there. Yeah, Detective Pikachu was a good video game movie. Okay, that probably is too much blue already. You guys don't see what I'm mixing here. Let me put one drop of blue, and I'm gonna hope this makes a good color. Ooh, yeah, that's really strong on the blue. Way too strong. Maybe it's not too strong. We're gonna see that. That might work. Okay, it's very strong. Well, just try to hit it as lightly as possible. I'm gonna go over the old spots. Oh yeah, we're getting some paint mixing. This is good. I'll probably have to go back over with grays, because that was a little bit too much of a mistake. Yeah. I'm hoping that this is all I need to do. Just kind of going back and forth like this feels natural. Yeah, no, I've seen the horror movie of Winnie the Pooh thing. But that's not that's not Disney doing that or anything. That's just because Winnie the Pooh entered public domain, so it's some random, film company that's just oh, if Winnie the Pooh's public domain, that means we can use him now.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the original Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
Finally hit public domain.
That's funny. Mickey Mouse is about to.
Mickey Mouse, if Mickey Mouse finally, Steamboat Willie gets to hit the public domain, that'll be a big moment in media history, because Disney has been making American law prevent that as much as possible. You once made a painting with only yellow, orange, and pink. Those are going to be some good colors.
Yeah, that's a good sunset-y.
Yeah, very sunset-y. It's like sunset-y Easter is kind of the vibe I get from those three colors. And so that would be a really cool painting. Maybe I should try that. I can make a sunset sky, because we don't actually have that yet. We don't. That'd be fun to do. You're gonna... Okay, that's fair. Giving minions a chance. Yes, we did have Minecraft playing just then. Can any of you name what this video game is? I love this video game, or I did back in the day, back when I played it on a very old console. Can anybody recognize this music track? I'll give you one hint. It's from the Nintendo 64. I actually used quite a bit of its music in my stream playlist stuff. My very first stream we ever did, I started, and that was on JChaseFilms. That one stream we did for 500,000 subscribers.
Ah, then I know what game it's from, and I'm not even listening.
We started that stream with music from that game. Very good game. Anybody got hints? No? You got good marks, good grades on your painting. That's good. Okay. Might need to let this dry now before we add anything else, because we were mixing paints there for a while, which is good. With this kind of texture, I want to be able to mix paints, but I feel like now it's too wet to add stuff to. It was not Donkey Kong, it was not Mario 64. It was from Pilot Wings 64, which is a flight simulator kind of game, but arcadey flight simulator. Not like you're flying a real plane, but that you're flying like Mario Kart style planes. It was very funny. Okay. We're gonna set this aside, come back to it later, add more to it. We're gonna start on a new one now. We have some Mario. Do I have Mario 64 music in this playlist? If I don't, that's a shame. We'll have to add some. Alright.
Kitty, stop.
So, I know that when we come back to that, I'll probably have to do one more pass. If I just look at it here. We're going to end up doing one more pass of texture, because I'm not super satisfied with this yet. It's getting closer, but I want to narrow down how they do that metal texture. And then after that, we actually have to add all of the like lines. We have to add the lines of the different panels of metal and all the little dots. Although I'm actually tempted to maybe not do that and add those digitally. That way I just have this perfectly seamless metal texture. We might do a couple of different things in different ways, and we'll see how it all works. But I feel like those lines and those dots are really easy to add digitally, so it's probably better not to do it and get this painting stuck in that one pattern. Let's go ahead and do another one. All right, what else can we do? I might do one more metal. Let's do maybe a metal of a slightly different color. We can intentionally do a bluer metal. So we're gonna focus on like, almost like this metal back here. It's got some dark blue patches, it's kind of overall a sky blue, and there's some light blues as well. We're gonna see if we can focus on that kind of color, which means I have to find a base. So, ooh, is this gonna be a good base? Woo!
Careful.
That's very dark. I don't wanna start that dark. Let's see if I can't find... I mean, I could start really dark. I could just start with this, well, that's a cut up piece of paper. I need something not cut up. We can start off with a really dark blue, and then only add brights to it. And that might work well. That's really dark, but let's try it. Worst case scenario, we just start on a new piece of canvas. I got plenty of construction paper. I could do thousands. Okay. Is the music really freezing up this much? This is unfortunate. Okay. I don't know why my internet is so bad this morning. At least I think the stream is taking up its priority more than anything else. Yes, Pilot Wing 64. Yeah, you found JChase Games. Good for you. It's a real YouTube channel. We just haven't fully started like posting videos to it yet because we posted that that one thing long ago that was on New Year's Eve of this year, and so from that point. We are going to be posting more videos. For example, on our stream, we've been streaming Battle for Bikini Bottom. This Wednesday, we're going to finish Battle for Bikini Bottom. That's going to be our last Battle for Bikini Bottom stream. We're going to fight the final boss. We're going to go through the Flying Dutchman's level. And once all of the streams are complete, we're going to work on having that edited together and turn it into a YouTube video. And so, gaming YouTube videos are going to go onto that JChase Games channel. But I'm not publicizing it yet. I'm not really advertising that it exists just because there's nothing to watch on it. So once we get a couple of videos on there, I'll finally actually like announce it and say, oh, hey guys, we have a JChase Gaming channel. But yeah, you found it though. Good job. All right, I think we have to stick with this gray. Maybe, you know what, let's pick a slightly different gray. I don't want to use up all of this one silver gray here. We'll use this elephant gray. Gosh, it is so satisfying using real paint. I have not done this in years. Trying to let you guys see what I'm doing. Okay. These first brush strokes are going to be the most thick. Actually, I'm just going to wipe off a little bit extra because the thing about the way that they do this is this is a really dark gray. This isn't going to work the way I wanted it to. Can I... Since this is such a dark gray, I'm going to change my plan. We're going to make a darker texture. We'll do the blue one next, but I've just poured out so much dark gray and I don't want to waste it. So we're going to go ahead and use it. Let me try to get really big brush strokes here. Oh, you know what I'm really tempted to do? There's a painting style where people will put the paint right on the canvas and then mix it all together basically like that. I'm tempted to... Alright, you guys ready? This is about to be a very silly move, but I'm gonna try something. Just smear off. Alright, here we go. Let's see how this works. And now, here, okay, so here's the... Let me just fully go through the tactic. I'm halfway doing it right now. The full tactic is to put the paint on the canvas and to have it mixed together as the brush runs over it. So I'm gonna hit a couple spots with the different paint colors. We're gonna add in, let's add in like a dark blue. Probably gonna have to add in a white somewhere. This is probably gonna be more contrasty than I'm wanting, but it'll nonetheless be interesting. Ooh, you know what? A purple might be really nice in here. Yeah. I've never done this technique, by the way. I've only seen it in like Instagram videos. So we're about to see how this actually works in practice.
I love how 10 people are watching you mix colors together.
Yeah. Well, they're also here to hang out and we're chatting too.
I know, it's just fun.
You made a Minecraft texture pack for when you... Oh, hey, I appreciate that. I will happily use the texture pack that you've created. I might add adjustments to it. I can't promise I'll use it 100% as you've prepared, but I'll happily use yours as like our... Not only a starting ground, but I'm certain that if it's... You sent pictures on the Discord, and it looked good. So I doubt I'll be making many adjustments at all. The only adjustments I might make is changing which blocks certain textures are attached to, because I might want to preserve certain blocks. How's the stream quality, by the way? Are you guys having any lag? Because the stream is lagging entirely on my perspective, and the music is lagging. So I hope everything's going well.
It's fine.
Okay, it's fine? Alright.
Yeah.
Then our Wi-Fi is just making sure that we are
Top streaming quality, not top viewing quality for you.
yeah. Good. So it looks like our internet is basically making sure this stream is the only thing in our house that's getting good internet.
Probably stop using so much on my laptop.
Are you watching stuff right now?
Well, I'm watching the stream, but I just have tabs open.
That's a good point. I have the stream open too, right here. There's multiple instances of the stream open. That's unfortunate. But there's no way that I can have the chat. I don't think I can have the chat like this without having the stream open.
I mean, I can just tell you where the things are.
Eh.
Then you can have lag.
It's been mostly okay. You know what I could do? Here, I'm gonna do something. Instead of loading multiple different YouTube videos, I'm gonna see if I can load one video that has like hours of music.
That's probably a good idea.
That way it's not having to switch over to each new YouTube video. Alright, we'll probably get a little bit of pausing as it's trying to load this video, but hopefully once this starts we should have music mostly uninterrupted for the rest of the stream. Alright, we'll get back to the beginning of this. Oh boy, it's struggling. Come on. Alright, I'm probably not going to rewind it. I'll just leave it at where it is. I'm going to let it catch up to us. We'll make it work. Hi there, welcome Spongy Skylar. Alright, so this is a very super Spongy Skylar. Yes. This is a very different kind of texture here. I'm not sure if I would call this one metal. But it has to be useful in some sort of context. I like this harsh brushed... I wish I could get more of this harsh brush stuff at the bottom. There's something cool. This almost looks like glass. What's up, hon?
I found a bird feeder that's shaped like a crab.
Oh my gosh. But I will say, putting the paint right on the canvas was quite effective. I need to get like the nitty gritty of how this technique specifically works, but that looks great, and the paint mixed really well together. So we're gonna try to continue doing that. I do not have enough space to put all these to temporary dry. All right. So most of the stream today we're going to be painting with this setup because first off, it's a really fun setup and getting a lot of textures for us to use in the future. But I think towards the end of the stream, I actually want to prepare, I think, some stuff for general other service, like our different channels, our different stuff, yada yada yada. I know that there's some art that I want to do for the live stream channel, just preparing some stuff, whether that's preparing some of the graphics that you see like around here, or preparing like the YouTube header. I actually want to update the YouTube header. I actually might do that right now, in between painting. Yeah. So let me tell you about the YouTube header. We have a lovely YouTube header currently. And
Who did you recognize in public today?
who did I recognize in public?
No, Spongy Skylar.
Oh, so Spongy Skylar, who did you recognize in public? Alright, can I... So we've got this YouTube header, and it's all nice, but it's like... really blank on the right side. And so I want to basically put up, there's some post-it notes and pieces of paper and stuff and like a keyboard on the left side. I want to put a post-it note on this right side, and I want it to say streams every Wednesday and Saturday. And so I think I'm just physically going to take real post-it notes right now and draw on them, and we'll take a photo of that. So physical post-it note, I'll edit it into the header. All right, give me back my chat. Where's chat? Oh wait, was it?
Oh, he got recognized.
All right, I'm gonna have to
I
re-enter
thought he
this.
said he
video.
recognized somebody in public.
All right, so I need a Sharpie. Let me grab one of those. Bless you, hun.
Sorry.
Now you're about to see my biggest struggle in life, and that is having good handwriting. So, the phrasing. I think the phrasing should be... Because I actually had 2 failed attempts. I gotta show you these. I made these last night. The first one I did was this. Live streams every Wednesday and Saturday. But the problem with that is it doesn't have the time. So if somebody subscribes to the channel, or they're just brand new to the streaming channel, they don't know what time on Wednesday and Saturday unless they join the Discord. But it's like, I wanted to have the time visible. And so I was trying to just have one that said Wednesdays at 6 and Saturdays at 9. And then when I started writing it, I accidentally put the and symbol instead of the at symbol. So neither of these are truly what I was going for. And so I need to, we're going to try to make the final version right now so that this YouTube header can be a little bit better.
Mason's not on Fiverr. He's not like a professional voice actor. We just kind of stole him.
Yeah, Mason Svendros, you can search him up on YouTube. That's where we found him. He's got a YouTube channel, and so he's done general stuff. I think he has a TikTok too, but I actually tried to look for it and I couldn't find his TikTok, so I found his on his YouTube channel he reposts his TikToks. So I think, honestly, I feel like just replicating this style, but using the correct at symbol, or maybe not even using the at symbol, just saying at. Think that symbol's better? Alright, then we'll do the at symbol.
Somebody is the first streamer.
Hey, welcome, Lego Isaac. Good to have you here. We let me catch up just so that you know we're not just doing some post-it note Sharpie stuff. We just have been painting. We're trying to paint some textures for upcoming YouTube videos, and I'm going to be coming back to these 2 later to kind of make them look better. But right now, this is our base coat of a couple of textures for the backgrounds of our parody videos, because the parody videos have those cartoon backgrounds. So welcome, glad you're here. If you want to chat about anything, I'm here to hang out. We're talking, I'm doing art, and overall, just having a nice, relaxing morning. All right, I'm gonna put a little line through the middle, try to do this exact same thing. And now this is where I have to be very careful with my handwriting and take a nice long time. And so let me see if we've got anything I can talk about. Anybody got a question for me so I can talk while I'm doing this? Who voices SpongeBob in your vids? Yeah. So, the person who does SpongeBob is Mason Svendros. I might be pronouncing that incorrectly. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce his last name. But the spelling is up above. Mr. Gruber's typed it correctly. So, you can look him up on YouTube, and we just reached out to his email. But yeah, we pay him, and he's a wonderful, wonderful voice actor. But no, he's not on Fiverr. He's pretty much our... We only have 2 voice actors. Oh, this is a little bit thick. I need to get a thinner line. We have like 2 voice actors that aren't from Fiverr. And one is Mason, which I found randomly on YouTube. Wonderful. Yeah, he's not from Fiverr. He's one of the 2 that isn't.
I'm sorry, I thought you said we only had 2 that were on Fiverr.
No, we only have 2 that aren't on Fiverr. Almost every one of our voice actors is on Fiverr, with the exception of SpongeBob and Mr. Krabs, Patrick, and Plankton. Because Mr. Krabs, Patrick, and Plankton is all voiced by our real-life friend, Brad. So, that's fun for us. I just accidentally answered your question, Spoger. Yeah, Brad Austin is the person who voices Patrick. But he also voices Plankton and Mr. Krabs. Mainly, we are very happy to have him for, like, he's very good at Mr. Krabs.
Yeah.
And I feel like anybody can do a Patrick. So we just have him do Patrick just because, I mean, we already have him voicing. And especially if he's going to have characters talk to each other, it's easier to have one person know, like, what the... Okay, I apparently can't get this. My handwriting is not great at an angle. I'm like reaching forward here. I'm about to go through the entire Post-it note like deck. Oh, no thank you. I've got water ready for backup after I'm done with the juice. I thank you, Super Spongy. I'm probably right now not gonna be jumping into any sort of collaboration projects. I was considering doing another one, but right now, I'm gonna mainly focus on the YouTube channel, and also the other YouTube channels as well. But I appreciate that. I appreciate the invitation. But yeah, won't be able to jump onto too many other really things right now. Very focused. Got lots to do. Okay, handwriting is a little bit better when I can like lean over it properly. It's so unfortunate. I'm sitting here comparing it to what I did, and I like this one better. Yes! I was just having a conversation. Is it Spoger or Spoger? It might be Spoger because I don't know if that's a... But I was just having a conversation about this last night with some of my friends. The Japanese voice acting, like, so it's so cool when you have voice acting from different languages. Because different languages have different stereotypes for types of characters. And here's what I mean. In most languages, especially English, a dumb character sounds like this. Ooh, you know, like you've got Goofy, you've got Patrick, you've got, you know, a lot of dumb characters have a deep voice. But in Japanese...
Spogger.
Is Spogger? Okay. Yeah, Spogger. So, in Japanese, they have very different stereotypes. For Japanese, a dumb character actually has a high-pitched voice, not a deep-pitched voice. So, yes, Patrick's voice, is, I think it's higher pitched there. And Plankton also specifically has like, because our Plankton has like a, yeah, that kind of thing, but they make Plankton sound really like tiny and almost cute in the Japanese version of it. So it's like, it's very funny to hear these different languages and how just culturally they have different sounds for stereotypical characters. And that's really cool. Japanese is the one that I think is the most exaggerated. I don't know of many other languages specifically that have those like different stereotypes that are notable. Because for the most part, I think most languages kind of follow the same stereotype rules. Like a lot of languages have that deep voice for a slow, you know, silly character. Finally good handwriting. So I will tell you one thing. I'm happy you appreciated the trailer. And I'll probably be saying this next sentence so many times during our YouTube career because people will never know that I've said this and they'll keep asking, but we cannot make full movies. The reason being is it took us 2 months to make that trailer. That is 2 months for 3 minutes. A movie is 90 minutes. Which, on my quick math, is 30 times as long. So if it took us 3 months, instead, it'll take us 2 months, it'll take us 60 months, which is like 5 years or something. So if we were to make a movie, we would be off of the internet, completely gone for 5 years. You wouldn't have a single video from us until we had that movie out. So we're never gonna be able to make real full-sized movies.
There's also the caveat of copyright.
There's also the caveat of copyright. When we're doing a parody trailer, that's one thing. When we try to recreate an entire movie, that is when you get into a whole, like, that's where you have, like, the collab projects that struggle. You know, like, the SpongeBob Rehydrated movie project was a really cool imagining project, but it was a struggle. When they posted it, it got removed, like, twice. They had a lot of struggles with that, and so it's always a risk to be like, you could work for many years on a project, and then nobody gets to watch it. And that's the scariest kind of concept.
I mean,
so,
we also got a strike on the side-by-side, so, like,
yeah.
They'll copyright it.
Okay. I've done half of the Post-it note. I could fail on this second half. This could be But I'm gonna try not to. I'm gonna try to get this done so that we can move back to painting. But I was trying to get this one thing accomplished. Yeah. And so that's the one issue with making the big movies. I mean, because if you think about it, our actual movie that we made, the SpongeBob in Real Life movie, which is 6 episodes, took us like 5 years. So it's pretty much true. That's pretty much how much we could accomplish in that time. Granted, I was doing college and all that other stuff, but overall, especially with the quality that we aim for these days, it would take about that long. All right. The word Saturdays is a big word, and I need to get it good with good handwriting here. What do you think about your SpongeBob in Real Life videos over the years? Well, I will tell you one thing. I have learned so much. Back on that fateful day when I first made that first SpongeBob video, I was brand new to animation, basically. I had never made animation to that kind of... well, I've never made animation with that kind of program before. I had, as a kid, made tiny animations, but I made them basically like stop motions. I would go into Photoshop. Before Photoshop had a video timeline feature. Today it has that. Back then it didn't. Back then it was only for editing photos. And so what I would do is have everything on different layers, and I would stop motion the layers. So I would use little Super Mario video game sprite sheets, which is a sprite sheet is just a big picture that has a bunch of the different poses that a character goes through in a video game. And so I'd use those different poses and make a little animation with it. Basically just swapping out the Marios for whichever Mario I wanted at that time. That was like the earliest animation I ever did, but it was silly because it was like doing stop motion in Photoshop and saving every single picture as a new frame, which is a wild way to do animation. Man, what are you doing? Oh, I see. She's ripping up the paper I put on the ground.
Why?
We got a cat who is being
Stop.
rambunctious. All right, and we start at 9 a.m. on Saturdays.
Dude, get off the paper.
Alright.
That's not what it's there for.
You can just put it back in the closet. I was tempted to use it as part of like one of my canvases. Alright, 9. Can't mess it up. I've only got like 3 letters left. I realize I did mess up my central time because I put a lowercase t.
Oh my goodness.
We'll just do it again here. Lowercase again.
6 p.m. in Connecticut.
In Connecticut. Hey, look at that. So now I'm gonna edit that into our header on the JChase stream channel. Perfect. Back to painting. What microphone do we use? I use the Blue Yeti.
Because it was
Yeah, it's one of the most like commonly used microphones for YouTubers. It used to be a lot more popular. But it's almost like your industry standard for a entry-level microphone. It's still pretty expensive, but it's not like $300. Like the next industry standard is literally $300, and it's what the biggest like podcasts and biggest YouTubers use. And although certainly I could afford that, it's just such a giant investment.
You don't want to.
There's no reason to just right now. This works so fine, and you don't need to have the most expensive things to have a good. Hi, hello,
This
yes.
is our other microphone.
This is our other microphone. And this is what we use, it's a boom microphone that we use for filmmaking. This is when we're on set and we want to have the audio recording of actors and stuff. And that one, it's called a shotgun microphone. And
You said shotgun, I thought it was Shogun.
no, Shogun is a brand of some sort that might have something to do with the pole. But shotgun is the type of microphone. It's the unofficial type. It's what they call it, colloquially. A SpongeBob in Real Life Theory by Alex Bale.
Dude, that would be so funny. Maybe that's what he wants us to do with him later this year.
That'd be wild and really, like, hilariously specific.
It could be done. For sure.
Adobe is not free.
Aggressively not
It
free.
is aggressively not free. It is probably one of the most expensive ones out there. I mean, and that's just because it's like a bigger level thing. Back in the day, when I first started making these videos, let me start painting, by the way, while I'm talking, because I gotta keep working. So let's go back to our blue try, and instead of using that dark gray, let's try getting a light gray started. I'm going to mix a little bit of gray and mix it with some white. Where's my white? I gotta put my paints on the right side. I keep looking for them here. Hey, welcome Super Nelson. So, I'm glad you liked the trailer. Currently, we are working on some physical paints. Remember how I was so bad at drawing metal texture? Well, I'm trying to do it with real paint now because I can't do it digitally. So, we're doing some different things and just trying to get some good textures for future videos. Because I just don't have good textures right now. It's so hard to get metal textures, and metal is everywhere in the SpongeBob world. So I gotta get that working. Okay. Let me get my paintbrush back out. Maybe I'll use a different paintbrush just because my old one, I realize I've just been letting it sit in the water and it's not exactly ready to be used quite yet. Alright, I'll let that dry. Let's use a new paintbrush. Let's use... this one's fun. Our music isn't lagging. This is good. It looks like my idea of using the one video worked. Alright, so we're gonna mix this together, see if we can get a light gray. So back to what I was saying, I just wanted to get this started before I started talking. What question was asked? Adobe. Back when I started making these videos, Adobe, I used a version of Adobe. It was an older version. I think it was... I don't even know. It was one of their older versions, and because I was using that, that was back when they had the... when you basically bought the program one time, and then you just had the program, which made it very expensive from the start, but it was a gift from my parents. My mom gave me it for my birthday back when I was really young. Way before I even made the JChaseFilms channel. I was on an older YouTube channel just testing effects and stuff. But this is gonna be... okay. I gotta get a lot of stuff. Oh gosh. Can I just... there we go. I don't want it to be on so thick. I feel like I put it way too thick on right away. This is working. But, so, because you didn't have to continuously pay for it, it made it to where you could just, it basically from that point on, it was fine. Today, they have a subscription model. So if you want Adobe products, you have to actually be paying per month to have it. Oh, I just painted my hand there. Okay, well, that's part of the risks of painting. So yeah, and we are currently paying for it monthly. Thankfully, we have like some student discount stuff going on, which is nice, but if you don't have the student discount, it's like $50 or $60 per month, which is wild. For us, I think it's 30 or like 40 or something, so it's still expensive. But since we're doing it as a business, we're making the money back, and so it's, you know, it's necessary. It's a necessary monthly payment that we have to make just so that we can do work. Can't do everything on physical paint like this.
We could, it would just take a lot longer. Well, I guess not with them.
Is... yes, if Alex Bale did a theory on us, is Jonathan a murderer?
Jeez.
An Alex Bale theory would be like, is Damian Cooper secretly actually his father? Is Jonathan hallucinating the real-life characters the entire time?
Is
like
Jonathan Jason sing?
Is, yeah. The whole thing would be like how, like, the character of Jonathan is just in an insane asylum and he's imagining it all. And you'll find these little, like, somehow hints through the dialogue that nothing is actually real. It's like, there's the buttons that keep happening. All the plot is based on buttons. This has to do with Jonathan's real job, a button pusher.
He's just like Stan.
Alright, how does this look on a... there's too many short brush strokes. I feel like the metal has a lot longer brush strokes, and you have to get... you know what I'm gonna try? I'm gonna try using this very thin but wide brush. And we're gonna see if I can maybe get... this is doing something. Is Damian Cooper a fan of SpongeBob? Okay. I do not like the ones that I just added. Like, I liked where the texture was going, and then I just added some more stuff, and I didn't like it from that point. That happens sometimes with paint, and I can't Control Z it. That's the craziest thing, is like, I'm so used to, in digital art, just being like, undo. I'm gonna undo that. I made a mistake. Okay, well, we're gonna let that dry, and I'll have to come back to this one and really fix that up. Let's do one more before we move on, or go back to old ones. And I want to do like a red or a yellow. Something that the paint textures of SpongeBob do is they have a lot of blues and grays. They sometimes will do these like purples or yellows. I'm probably gonna do a red. I'll do a red simply because in the computer I can push a, you know what, if I did an orange, I'm gonna do an orange. An orange can be pushed towards red or it can be pushed towards yellow digitally. So if I start with an orange, I think that'll be a lot better. In fact, I've been doing a lot of mid-tones with my starting paper. I'm not gonna start with orange, I'm gonna start with a yellow. And we're gonna see if this gives us a much different kind of base texture there.
Mabel.
I love all these Alex Bale hypothetical videos. Hey, welcome Flimsy, good to have you here. We are painting with real paint today. And I got my Sony camera finally working on stream. I'm very happy about that. So one thing I'm noticing, because this isn't real canvas, is this is curling a lot. So I'm gonna have to like hold it down when I finally photocopy this or take a picture of it so that we can put it in the video backgrounds. Okay, so this is gonna be an entirely different color pattern. Let me pull out maybe, we got a gold. I might pull out a yellow. We can see what yellow on yellow looks like. This looks like it'll be very good. I'm tempted to, I feel like red is gonna be too strong. But I can lightly mix red. Ooh, you know what? I might mix pink with white and get a very slightly reddish white, basically. But that might not work on the yellow background. It might be better to mix the pink. I'm not even gonna mix pink. Pink has too much white, I think, in it. Maybe mixing red with a slight bit of that, or pulling in the orange. I'm gonna start, here's what I'm gonna do. Oh, you know what? We did this a little bit ago, and I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do that special painting technique where you put the paint on the canvas and just smear it around. So, if I'm gonna make a pattern here, we're gonna have very little of the dark orange. Just kind of put it in like 2 spots. Maybe one more here. Come on. All right, very little bit of orange, and we'll have a lot more of every other color. Putting this on here. I do like this style, by the way. The style of like just putting the paint down and then mixing it after the fact. Ooh, I'm interested to see how this yellow will look on the yellow base color here. I almost want to just like, all right, here's what we're gonna do. With this color, I'm gonna make streaks across the whole thing. And we're just gonna see how this looks. I feel like some of this stuff could make for a very good TikTok video or something. Like using, okay, let me put a little bit of white on this. That might be too much white. I also have like no colors on the edges, so let's go with this color on the edge. All right. I think I'm good. I'm just trying to make sure we have enough color density here. Are you guys ready? This is about to be wild. Now it's time to actually test this out. Try and get... Alright. I need to get a different new cup of water for my paintbrushes here. Because now it's just turning them all like milky gray. Ah! I accidentally hit my my support system, and so now that just flinged paint water all over me. I swear, there's probably a really good theory you could make about is the Jonathan character insane and imagining all the cartoon characters. Like, there's a really good theory you could probably pull together just from our videos. We should do that. We should... Like on an April Fool's video, we post a theory about our own content. That would be funny. You know what? I'm tempted to use this whitest brush. I don't know if this is gonna work. Alright, we'll use this. Oh, I just got paint on my phone. Ooh, there's unfortunately a little bit of a grayness that's happening to some of this paint. So I'm hoping that gray doesn't pull through too much, because I do want this to still be kind of colorful. That orange is very strong. But this is so much better on getting that metal texture. Yeah, this is the technique. This is how you do it. Just putting it on and spreading it around. This is absolutely gonna have to take a long time to dry though. This is a lot of very thick paint that is being put on this canvas. It's super smooth too. When you just have a piece of paper covered in paint, the brush just slides right over the whole thing. Okay. I'm gonna hit this edge too. I love this technique. This is definitely gonna be a keeper for how I do this. I might have to go back over our previous ones and add this technique on top of them. How's it look? Okay, so it's a little mixed in. I feel like there's a reddishness to it that I didn't necessarily want. And we're missing some contrast. Like, I feel like there's a couple points of contrast, but for the most, this is almost a wash. So we're gonna let this dry, and we're gonna come back with it with really contrasty colors, probably like some whites. I think we just need to add some whites to this. Because although this is a good base texture, it's just missing something. It's just missing something. But great start. Let's go ahead and go back to an old color here. What are you guys talking about? How can I jump back into the conversation? Also, I gotta get this paint off of my phone. There we go. Okay. Well, let's pull this out of the way. Oh, it's so wet. It's just a big old limp piece of paper. Oh gosh, what's a good place to put this? I have 0 table space right now. Let's put all my paint back. Oh my goodness. All right. I'm gonna have paint everywhere. Like, after today, I'm just gonna be looking around and noticing, oh hey, my microphone wire has some paint on it. My mouse has some paint on it. The cameras have paint on them. This is just gonna be now subtly everywhere.
Did you give me a present? Should I not open these packages?
No, they might just be for me.
Well, they have my name on it, but I don't know what this is. Oh, I know what this is.
Yeah, it's yours. It has your name on it, it's yours.
Well, one of them has both of our names on it. Weird.
Ah, interesting. Okay. Well, I was about to jump to this one. Interesting. Does the Jonathan character have a Katrina character wife?
No.
I don't think officially no, because I mean, if we haven't seen it, it hasn't happened.
He's officially married.
Is he? Yeah, I guess because he wears the ring, doesn't he?
He does, but not.
So he doesn't have. He is like. It's a character that never gets shown, and so there is a hypothetical wife to the Jonathan character because he wears a ring.
If he's hallucinating everything, he could be hallucinating his wife.
If yes, the Jonathan character is hallucinating not only SpongeBob and Patrick, but he's hallucinating his wife. He's hallucinating every. This is a sad story.
I'm down for this.
This is a super sad story. If we made a horror movie parody trailer, it would be based off of a movie that hasn't come out yet. The thing is there's so many great movies that we could do parody trailers of, but right now, it's only really worth it for us to focus on movies that are gonna come out soon. If we do those, then we're gonna get a lot more views, and it helps the channel grow a lot more. And so we're focusing on movies that haven't come out yet, so it probably wouldn't be it or Halloween. It'll probably be the next big horror movie that comes out, and especially if it comes around Halloween, like if we got to have an October video, then that would be cool. But yeah, if we were doing old movie trailers, I don't know much about Halloween. I know It has the clown. I don't know much about Halloween, so It would be funny. Imagine like Patrick as the It clown. Uh-oh. Oh no, the battery exhausted here. Let me swap that out. So that's one issue I have right now, is that with using our regular camera, I have to use physical batteries. And so I don't have a way to plug my camera. My specific camera doesn't have a way to plug it into like an outlet. So I need to buy an adapter. Basically, they make. Let me get the HD turned on again. Wait, let me focus it. Alright. They make like something that looks like this. It's like a battery that plugs into the camera, but there's a wire that comes out the bottom of it, and you can plug that wire into like a wall. So it's like a fake battery that just gives power to the camera, and I need that. I need to get those fake battery, or just one fake battery so I can plug it into the wall. Right now we're exhausting real batteries as we record. Jaws. Yeah, we talked about that, I think, in a previous stream. Jaws would be really fun.
But the only thing about that is, like, they have a whole episode based on that.
Yeah, they kind of do. Which would make it easier for us a little bit.
Well, we used a lot of those elements in this video.
Yeah. I really like where this current texture is. I just don't know how to improve it. It's too short. All the brush strokes are too short. You know what? Let me do something really quick. I'm gonna stop recording on the camera because it was funny. So right now it's in the low quality version. When I put it into high quality version, it's because I'm actively recording on the camera. It's a weird technique. I'm gonna do something though, where we're gonna focus on this. I'm gonna take a picture. All right, I have taken a picture that has been preserved. Can I preserve it slightly better? Because I'm afraid that what the next step I'm about to do is about to ruin what I do like about it. So we're gonna keep what I like about it preserved. Perfect. All right. So there we go. Now if I mess this up, I at least have the previous one saved. A battle SpongeBob, like a Battle for Bikini Bottom style movie. That'd be funny. Can you tell you about the Jurassic World video? Welcome, Zach, by the way. How you doing? Good to see you. Ask me questions. I mean, you guys have been here for the previous streams. That's been how we've been talking about. I'm checking everybody. Oh, yeah, you're talking. Okay. I love what you guys are chatting, by the way. This is great. Yes, there is a slightly shimmering paint in here, which won't be noticeable in the final product, but, it's just we have a slightly metallic little paint here, and so yeah, it is slightly shining. All right, let's go ahead and now try to do this technique. I'm gonna do the same thing I did previously by putting the paint straight on the canvas because I think that's giving a really cool effect. And also, when I do that, it's a lot easier to make long brush strokes, which is what the real show does. All right, that's probably enough white. Add in a little gray. I'm tempted to add a little bit more blue into this one. Might be good. Ooh, I'm also tempted to maybe use the sponge brush for this one instead of actually using paintbrush. A Patchy the Pirate SpongeBob video? Not really, because not very accurately. It's very hard to replicate a human actor compared to a cartoon character, because a cartoon character, all we need to replicate is the voice, and then we have the animation for it. But with a Patchy the Pirate, we have to make sure that we have somebody not only that looks like Tom Kenny, but also can do the voice, can do the aneurysm, we have to match the costume. It's gonna be a lot harder to do a Patchy the Pirate kind of thing. As cool as it would be. Like, I'm not gonna... it would be cool if we could do something like that. I'm not denying that. But it is a lot of challenges that we'd have to overcome. Are these different colors? Yeah, they are. Elephant gray and pewter gray. Pewter. Pewter gray. Yeah, Alex Clark's cameo. Alex Clark was like the first YouTuber cameo we ever got.
Wow, Poot on Tootie then.
Okay. No, he was there first. Sorry, yeah. Tootie is definitely the first YouTuber cameo we ever got. Because before then, yeah. Because that was basically in that, it was the SpongeBob finale movie, and so that was the whole. Oh man, I don't know if the sponge brush is working exactly like I wanted it to. Oh yeah, I really should have used the standard brush. I'm glad I took the photo of it when I did. This has now just been like. I don't know what I just did to this thing. This is an entirely different thing now. Uh-oh, a little bit of yellow just came from the bottom and got on top. Alright, how's that look? Much worse. Yeah, it was it was better before. Let's add a little bit of gray. Let's just see if I can overcome this with our standard painting practice. No, yeah, we definitely want to have the whole Damien breaking out of prison thing happen. We're just not focused on that right now, but it's gonna happen. Like, I promise you, I'm super excited for that. We have a couple of things that are blocking us from that. Mainly, we're waiting for our actor for Damien to be available, and that's just a kind of thing of life where people get busy doing different things and being in different states. Like, he lives in a different state from us right now. But, yes, eventually would love to do Damien's Gotta Break Out. We gotta have a proper sequel story and a nice secondary fight with our main villain of Damien Cooper. Oh yeah, this is so much better when I just use the paintbrush. The sponge brush did not give the texture I was hoping for. I feel like I'm really in a dark, like this is super dark colored. I just need to, I don't know if I should just give up on this canvas now. Like I feel like I've gone too far with this one canvas. We're just gonna go overboard. One last ditch effort to get this canvas to look good. I'm gonna need a lot more white, I think. Hey, welcome back. Hi. Sorry, I'm not looking at the chat the whole time. I can't say exactly hi right away, but I'm super glad you're here. Welcome. I wonder if the back of this canvas looks interesting or if it's still... No, nothing really shines through. Let me see what else I've missed in the chat. I know that I'm trying to multitask here. Gosh, this is not going to be the best one, I think. I think other ones have been better than this. I got to be very careful. I don't want to ruin the yellow one because I really liked where the yellow one went and how the yellow one looks. Trying to get those long brush strokes again. Okay, here we go. It's tough to also remember to do the different angles. How's that looking? This is looking much better. I've definitely improved it from a second ago. Alright, about to set this aside and work on a different one. Let me look back at the chat. How you guys doing? Hey, well, glad you got back from your nap. Welcome, Con Video. I haven't seen you chatting so far. Nice to see ya. I would consider myself a Minecraft fan. For sure. 100% Minecraft. I mean, I used to be a big Roblox fan, but that was just when I was really young. Roblox had... I mean, I don't doubt that Roblox is probably still fun today. For kids. But I feel like Roblox is... Minecraft, I think, is more entertaining to adults than Roblox is. Roblox and Minecraft, I think, are equally entertaining to kids. But I think, oh gosh, there's a dollop of paint that I wish I could have fixed, but I'll just have to let it dry. I think that Roblox is something that, ironically, basically, it requires more creativity to have fun in it. And adults don't like to make their own fun, really. Adults like to basically have the fun ready for them. They like jumping into a game that has, like, set up rules, they like, like a gun game, where it's like, okay, you've got points, you got to get a certain amount of things, there's goals, there's skills that you can learn and get better at. They like that. A freeform game like Roblox, where it's like you kind of have to make your own fun, a little bit less interesting for a lot of adults. And so, yeah, I'm definitely more of a Minecraft fan because you have much more organized, like, goals in Minecraft. And yes, there are certain Roblox specific games that are built that way and are built, like, organized, but it's harder for me to get into the mindset of jumping into different, like, I don't do a lot of Minecraft servers, which is also why I don't like the Roblox worlds, because it's almost the same thing. Just going onto it's very different each time, and so that's not so much my speed, my style. Ryan Trahan that's really cool. I really like when people do those kind of experiments with, like, starting with 1 penny, or there's the classic one, the guy who wrote the novel, like, he started with a paperclip, and he would trade the paperclip with people and build up and up and up until he had, like, a whole house. And it took him, like, years, but he'd trade the paperclip for some sort of, like little emblem that somebody had that they didn't want anymore. But that emblem was valuable to someone else. They were able to trade the emblem for, like, a cool, like, phone case or something. They traded the phone case out. And they eventually were trading up to, like, proper, bigger things. And he always kept getting slightly more valuable items. But that's really cool. Another, like, community game night. Let's see, what have we... Yeah, we haven't scheduled another community game night yet. And maybe it's something that we can start doing twice a month. If there's that big of a request for it, we can probably do it twice a month. But right now we don't have one scheduled. We are going to do a video gaming night where I'm just playing Battle for Bikini Bottom, and that's just a standard video game stream. So is that what you mean? Just any video games at all? Or were you talking about the community game night that we did? There was a Minecraft mob you would not want to see from the overworld and the nether in real life. Which ones would they be? Alright, let's start with the overworld. I feel like Creeper is the biggest one that's the most terrifying. Like, if there was, right now in my backyard, any of the mobs, I could protect myself from everything. Well, Creeper's interesting, right? Because if it doesn't see you, it doesn't explode. So if you can just hide quickly, it's okay. But I still think it's the most terrifying one, right? Like, all the other ones just hurt you, because zombies don't convert you to zombie, they just hurt you. So if a Minecraft zombie was in real life, I wouldn't be terrified of turning into a zombie. All it would do is claw me up and hurt me. So, like, I'm not so scared of a Minecraft zombie, not so scared of... The skeleton would suck. Getting shot at in real life is maybe worse than the Creeper. Oh, it's so tough. They're all very different, but I still think I'm going to go with Creeper just because the idea that I can hide from almost every one of the monsters just using my house. My house would keep me protected from everything but a Minecraft, like, Creeper explosion. That'd be the worst. And now from the nether monsters are a lot tougher in style. And so it might be, I mean, I think similarly, like, if one were to appear in my backyard right now, a ghast would be the worst. Because a ghast is like, it's like a skeleton because it shoots at you, but it shoots creeper explosions, basically. So it's like, the two that I was worried about is both of them. It shoots explosions. I would not want that in my backyard right now. So that would be the worst for sure, is a ghast. Blaze, not so bad. Fire is bad, and in real life fire can be very bad, but I think an explosion is worse than fire, because also the ghast explosions cause fire. So it's a 2-in-1 bad hit. Good question. That was a very entertaining question for me to answer. I don't know what color this is about to be. I don't think it's gonna mix well to anything. Oh, you know what? It's a middle gray. That's kind of interesting. It's maybe too light for what I'm doing right now.
I love it when people comment and ask if you can change something in the video after it's posted.
Yeah.
It cracks me up.
Did somebody say that in the comment section of the regular video?
On the side-by-side, someone said, can you make the Alaskan bullworm, can you change it to the Squidosaurus Rex?
Oh wow, that's so funny.
No.
No, we cannot change things on a video that's already been posted. That's funny. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I think this is way too bright, and we're gonna go ahead and do our... I feel like I have to do the technique of just putting it on now. I realize that that's just the strongest technique. Nothing is better than just having this physically on the canvas like this. This must be how they do the real backgrounds, because it's been the closest way I've been able to get to what they do. Next Wednesday, yeah, this upcoming Wednesday is going to be the final Battle for Bikini Bottom stream. We are finishing the game. We're going to beat the final boss. We're going to go through Flying Dutchman's level, and I'm excited. We're going to beat it. I'm going to do another publicity post where on JChaseFilms, I'm going to tell people that we're about to beat the game. Hopefully that means we'll get some extra audience with us for the grand hoorah of finishing that game. But yeah, that's the goal. We're going to be finishing that up. After that, we're on to the next game. Maybe that's going to be Minecraft VR hardcore mode building Bikini Bottom, which is a lot of... I have to find out how to condense that down to an easier title. Man, we got a sneezing kitty over here. But that is exactly what we're up to. Yeah, fire is very bad in real life and can tend to be a big thing to fight against if you've got a creature attacking you with fire. It's a good thing we don't have, like, real-life monsters that spit fire like dragons, right? Could you imagine? Human history would be a lot different if we had just an animal that could spit fire. It'd be a big thing to have to deal with. Alright. Hey, honey.
Yes.
Could you take my paint water cup here, pour it out and put fresh water in? It's just kind of milky now.
Yeah, I totally understand.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's gross.
Yeah, it's just not washing them too well.
I can't imagine.
Any new questions? Any new things? Wow. People don't have to they don't have to be married to somebody who speaks a language if they're teaching it.
What?
There was a very interesting, Mr. Grubers had said something about his Spanish class and a question he asked his teacher. But yeah, that's not how that works.
No. Even people who are married probably can't teach languages to each other. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's just hard.
Oh, a Disney background is what you're saying this looks like? Or what it did probably before I covered it up entirely? This is almost an entirely new thing now. I'm still figuring out how this whole, like, background painting thing works, you know? It's like... However, I think this is getting much closer to... Oh, this is very interesting. I'm painting in real life, but, like, looking at the screen to know what it looks like on a screen. I like this. I feel like if I just cover these grays up, I think the grays are the only weakness here. Is there's a kind of blue trend in the middle here. I feel like with a little bit of post-processing in the computer, I really like this texture. And so I think this one's done. Because that's the other thing that's really great, is that even though I'm doing this with tangible paint, I can take the picture, put it into the computer, and then like slightly change it up, and even add a couple of layers on top if I need it. So these are just really good ways to get some realistic paint textures, which is obviously what it really is. Alright, back to this one. And then we have the yellow last. And then we'll move on to something that's not metal, because I'm doing almost the same thing over and over. Alright, did I miss any chat? Thank you! Thank you for saying my art skills are amazing. I try my best. I'm literally just spreading colors on a piece of paper. This ain't the coolest thing I've done, but it is fun. It's really fun to just go wee. Okay. Or it could be trained like a Pokemon. If you're referring to a fire-spitting monster, yes. Yeah. More like an ocean background? Yeah, that one does look a lot like an ocean background. Alright, so what's this one look like? I'm not... This one almost looks really good on its own. I don't want to screw it up too much. I might cover the edges with something so that it can be used lighter screen. What if I just paint on it right now? Oh. Nope, that doesn't mesh at all. I figured it out. That's what happens. Okay. Let me put... I only used... Oh, you know what this is? This was a mix of... I know what this was. I mixed gray and white together for this one. So we're going to do that again. Get some gray. And we're going to subtly get some blue anyways, just because I'm mixing it over the same spot each time. So, I already forgot how we were supposed to pronounce your name. But, is this...
Bogey. No.
When I do the Bikini Bottom world, doing it underwater is going to be an insane challenge. Because like I said, I wanted to do it in hardcore mode. Which means that I would have to prepare a lot to do it underwater. Because I'd have to get, like, water-breathing stuff. I'd have to, like... Which is fun, right? I mean, like... It's not just building Bikini Bottom, it's also surviving in Minecraft, which is going to be fun. But that would be insane, to have to actually build it underwater. If I were to do that... Here's my idea. If I were to build the Bikini Bottom underwater in hardcore Minecraft, I think the first thing I would build is Sandy's Tree Dome. So I would have a air bubble for myself that I could always go back to. I would basically live in Sandy's Tree Dome, and then from there I could make all of the other buildings around it, basically. I think that would be my plan if I had to do it underwater. And then what I would do for the flower clouds, I could actually make the flower clouds like right at the surface level of the ocean. And that could work. And also a good thing about doing that is that the coral would still be colorful. I could use all of the Minecraft coral because it dries out outside of water. So, yeah, that would be a crazy challenge, especially in hardcore mode. All right.
I love it when people are trying to be mean to people in the comments and their comment gets blocked because it's held for review. I'm like, haha, you can't be mean.
Yeah. Alright. Bob Ross paintings. Oh, right. Oh, I forgot. I literally have real paint colors like I've been mentioning this whole time. So now we're gonna grab our bright red. It's just called bright red. That was a boring color name. Wait, let's get a fun color name. Blue bonnet. Grab your blue bonnet. And we're just gonna paint happy little strokes of paint. just painting happy little paint. I want you to imagine that this painting is metal, because it is. It's going to be metal, or at least it'll look that way behind cartoon characters that they're edited out. Hello, I'm John Ross. Just gonna paint a happy little cartoon background, because everybody needs a happy little cartoon background. Yes, Noah.
We're gonna be live for a shorter amount today because I do have to leave.
Yeah, we won't be live for as long as we normally are for an art stream. But we're having fun, answering a lot of questions, hanging out. And I might end up, no, I won't make any promises, but we'll see what happens in the upcoming week. I am tempted, although I don't know if I'll be able to, throw in an extra stream.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'll be able to. That's the problem. Hey, everybody, just in the chat, tell me, if I were to stream on a day that wasn't a Wednesday or a Saturday, what day would it be? What day would you prefer the extra day to be? And again, this is not a promise that I can. I'm just saying I'm interested to see what you guys think.
If.
Yeah.
If.
Monday is not bad, because that's far enough away from the Saturday stream. I do like if there's gaps in between, that I like that idea. Friday's okay. Friday would be like 2 streams almost in a row. I would probably do like a Friday evening stream and then the Saturday morning stream. That might be a bit too much for me. But people do like Friday. I can understand that. Friday is a very good day for people to be, getting off of work or school, or actually, I guess school isn't going on right now for some people. Might still be in school right now, yeah. But I can see the allure, the popularity of Friday. Yeah, a lot of people like Friday. Alright, well, good to know. I just wanted to ask you guys, just in case I got to do a third stream. Again, I can't promise anything just because I might be too busy. But it'd be really cool. Okay. On the plus side, art streams in the morning aren't like, you know, it's not like it's a crazy thing. I feel like I get to sleep in between, right? There's an entire period of sleep in between what a Friday evening stream would be and then the Saturday morning one. What do you mean by blogger? I'm not sure what you're mentioning.
I think it's a website. Somebody was talking about that earlier.
There's like a website called Blogger.
I think.
Ah. Okay, I really don't want to touch the middle of this because I don't want to... Okay, here we go. This is good. I don't want to, like, mess up the center because I really like where it is right now. Cool. This isn't the prettiest one, but it's going to be good as a texture to apply digitally. I think this will be good as just something to work with. It would have been very interesting if I did a black and white texture. I really should have, actually. A fully black and white texture could be very useful within my digital workflow. Alright. Try to... Yeah, Alex Barrel theories are very fun. I need more paper towels, which I brought right next to me. Alright, Spoger would rather we didn't talk about stuff like that. That's a bit...
Did I miss something? I'm sorry.
Yeah. I don't want to do that. Yeah, you can cover that. Because that is probably just a bit obtuse, I think, for what I'd like to have the chat talk about.
RPG.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you're saying, Bevo, but like, if you want to share art, you can share art on our Discord. But I mean, I also can't control if you're gonna use a hashtag on YouTube. I can't control that. So if you're gonna use hashtags on YouTube, go for it.
The hashtags get blocked on YouTube, so
What do you mean?
they go into the blocked comments. I don't know why, but they do.
Oh, interesting. So apparently hashtags automatically get blocked by YouTube's like features on live streams and stuff. Okay, let's go ahead and have this ready for me to... I wanted to dry up some brushes. If SpongeBob had a crossover with another Nickelodeon show, which one would it be and why? I mean, knowing how well Nicktoons Unite went, any of those would just feel right. But outside of that, I feel like SpongeBob would be very good if it collabed with some sort of cartoon that took place on land. Like, let's see, Nickelodeon specific. You've got good questions today, by the way. Thank you, Alex. These are great. Trying to think of Nickelodeon shows that would have a complementary art style. If this was back in the 90s, it'd be really funny if, like, SpongeBob came out of the water and they were on the shore and then Hey Arnold was there. I feel like their art styles, especially back then, were very similar. I think you would believe an art style of them side by side, and imagine like tiny SpongeBob on the shoulder of Arnold. I think that would be an interesting collab that would probably work well. A little crossover. What modern day things are on Nick? And they could have done it with, like, Fairly Odd Parents, but then the problem with that is then the SpongeBob would change the art style, like they did with the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour. And I'm just like...
Oh, but the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour!
The Jimmy Timmy Power Hour was amazing. But I think it would be cool to see SpongeBob in a mashup where his art style didn't change. If SpongeBob still looked like SpongeBob, but it worked with kind of like how Rugrats and the Wild Thornberries, they were like the same art style, so they just worked really well together as a crossover.
You gotta pick another Butch Hartman show.
Right, but it's a SpongeBob. Yeah, trying to match.
Just kidding. I was thinking of
SpongeBob.
Fairly Odd Parents still. Sorry.
It's funny because Nickelodeon cartoons have very, very different styles overall. Ironically, I could almost imagine SpongeBob and Loud House crossing over. They're a bit different though, because Loud House has that comic book kind of style.
No, he can't paint either. Don't feel bad. He just has confidence.
Alright. Yellow. This is our last one that we have to spruce up, and then we can move on to non-metal. Got a cat hair on this. So, I think what I said I was going to do with this one is just add white, and maybe yellow. Because I feel like it's good on its base, but I want to bring up those highlights, because the thing about metal is it needs to look shiny. Hey, have a good one, Super Spongy Skylar. Thank you for joining us on the stream today. This is the Rainbow Road theme from Mario Kart 8. Very much like this. I have so many paintbrushes now. I'm just trying to get them all dried and good. Thank you, Noah. Bob Ross isn't sitting here confused as often as Jonathan is. I'm sitting here like, what am I doing?
Don't put your wig on, it'll make it better.
Right.
You
I
were
was
Bob
tempted.
Ross for Halloween.
I was Bob Ross for Halloween, just this last Halloween. And I was tempted to put the costume on, but it's like, oof, that wig would have been very warm. Hey, thank you for subscribing to the streaming channel. We are working on building this channel up. How many subscribers do we have currently?
190 stuff.
Really?
I think.
That's awesome.
You're wrong.
I'm gonna try to,
Excited.
for our next stream, maybe not, because I don't know if I want to have 184. That's awesome. It probably won't be for our next stream, but for the stream after the next one, I'm gonna have a, like, daily, or not daily, but like a stream goal. So each stream will have a resetting counter, and it'll say like how many subscribers that the channel has gained while the stream is active. And so like the goal would be to get like 10 more subscribers per each stream, and you know, it's just one of those fun things to have a counter on the screen and be like, oh, we're making progress, the stream channel is growing. And it also gives the kind of floaters who are just kind of watching the stream but they're not subscribed, gives them a reason to subscribe. So I'll get that set up, but I don't know if I want that graphic on screen for the final Battle for Bikini Bottom one, just because, well, maybe it would be good. Because, I mean, yeah, I actually might do it for next stream. I just don't want it to show up in the final YouTube video. So I have to figure out how to have that graphic on screen, and it be able to be, I could just crop it out for the YouTube video, because I don't want that to show up on the YouTube video.
Maybe do like the very bottom.
Yeah, I feel like if I just inset the whole video a little bit, maybe if I'm able to output it as 2K, that'll be slightly bigger than HD, and then on the inside it's still HD. So that might be what I get to do. All right. There's a very peachy color to this right now. John Ross. Yeah, the Mr. Incredible costume. That's also the other one that I did. That was the year prior.
Kind of look like cheddar cheese.
Alright. I'm gonna try it. We're just gonna go for it. Hey, Comic Whiz. How long have I been watching Nickelodeon? I mean, yeah. I've been watching it since since about 2005, I'd say. 2005 is probably when I started watching Nickelodeon, and I was like, yeah, 7 years old then. Maybe even younger. I feel like maybe when I was 6 or 7 years old is when I started watching it. I don't know which angle to start hitting this paint. Got very nervous. I don't want to screw up. I really like this one. Yeah, these are very bright in comparison. Alright, we need to add a little bit of that orange back in. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. Oh, but this looks not bad. I like it. Okay, here. I'm gonna make a couple of live adjustments. Add a little bit more white onto the edges here. This is art right here. This is just looking at it, figuring out how it works. I've been practicing this skill to figure out, you know, this whole stream has been me getting better and better at figuring out how this all works. Alright. Let's try that. Gotta keep it wet. Don't want to let this stuff dry out too much. Alright. Ah, oh man, I'm losing some of that dark. Okay, let's bring back a little bit of dark somewhere. Okay. This stuff down here looks pretty okay. This is like such an like, I'm so hectic right now. I'm just like, did I do it? Is it good? Just chaos painting over here. Alright, where can I add something? Where can I add something? I'm gonna add some yellow, because I want yellow to be the strongest kind of thing here. This went from a relaxing to chaos. I'm just like, gotta get it while it's still there. Okay. Ooh, that's kind of fun. If I just go back to back like that, it creates a interesting kind of metallic sheen. All right. I'm regretting the whites, but I think it's okay on a texture standpoint, because I can change the whites into more of a yellow in post-production. Might add. I want a slightly. I don't want an orange, but I want slightly orange. You're playing Fortnite? How well are you doing? I've got a game that I've been playing. It's basically VR Fortnite, and I love it. I've barely ever played the real Fortnite though. But the game I've been playing on VR is called Population 1, and is crazy fun. That's looking pretty good. It's so weird looking at a screen and moving my hand way away from it. This is so much more satisfying though, of a texture. I think we've really improved that. Just get the edges fixed a little bit. Uh-oh, I've got some paint stuck on my phone. I'm gonna try to not accidentally block one of you by... Okay. Yes, SpongeBob close-ups would be really good. Especially in a movie trailer. That would be really fun. Alright. I'm gonna add now just a little bit of paint to the edges, because I don't want to mess up the middle. I'm really happy with the middle now. I'm almost painting onto the iPad, I gotta be careful. Alright, looky there. I'll have to adjust the color a little bit because it's more cream colored than I want. I want it to be a bit more saturated, but I think that can be easily done in post. What's most important is getting that texture, which is so hard to do. Let's see, I don't have a place to place it down. I'm gonna be right back. Let me place this over here for a second. And that's it for metal. We are done with metal now. Ah. I'm a huge fan. I used to love Jimmy Neutron. I really liked Fairly Odd Parents back when it was in the more classic seasons. I have not yet gotten into The Last Airbender, but I want to. The more I hear about it, the more I want to watch it. But I haven't actually seen nearly any of The Last Airbender. Yeah, Katrina loves Danny Phantom. Tips. Just honestly, my biggest tip for painting is do it more and you're gonna get better and better. Like, painting is one of those things, when you're using physical, like, substance and pushing it around on a canvas, you only learn how to do it better by doing it and knowing how it feels and knowing what happens when you do certain things. Like, I've painted moderately little in my life, so I'm not maybe the person to give you the best tips. But that's it. Just more practice, and you're gonna get better.
Confidence.
Yeah, confidence is good too. Yeah, but for me, it's just if you get that practice, you'll have some better. We're getting a really cool little. I feel like this could be our welcome screen now. Just if I write the word "welcome" in the center of it. Right
It looks so much bigger on the stream, so when I walked over here, I was like, wow, that's actually quite small.
Yeah, no, it's small. Like, my hand is right there. Alright, so I can move on to wood, or I could do a sand texture. What else is there in SpongeBob? We could do the grass. SpongeBob's is like the jellyfish fields grass. That is something that I think I've struggled with digitally, so that'd probably be easier to do with real paint. Sand. Sand is very interesting in SpongeBob. Let me see if I could... This will actually be something that's really easy to search up.
That's just a squirrel. Get out of my bird feeder.
So SpongeBob Sand is crazy. There's so much subtlety. In SpongeBob Sand, you've got, like, browns, blues, like, there's the light sand colors, and then you've got all the speckles. This is going to be wild. I actually don't know how I'm going to be able to speckle with my setup, because the speckling requires, like, flicking.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you could take this, one of these, and do it with, like, the...
Ah, yeah, that would work. Yeah, okay. So I might be able to do speckling stuff. Low battery. Do I have a charger for my phone? I can close all the other apps. I have so many apps open. There we go. That'll help a little bit. We'll do the grass too. I'm gonna see if I can start with sand. Let's see if I can find a good base coat color using one of these pieces of construction paper. Oh, you couldn't just plug it in like right there and...
Well, you have something plugged in right there. There's a light plugged in.
It's gonna be fine. It's at 20%, so it'll last.
Okay.
I appreciate it though. I'll get it from you if I need it. Okay. Let's see. What's a good base coat color? The thing is SpongeBob Sand is actually pretty reserved. So it might, yeah. This is probably a good enough base coat here. It's nearly white. It's just kind of like eggshell white. Whew. Yeah, and that wasn't even tabs. That was full apps, all of which are taking battery life. I normally don't have them open that much, but I think I've just been busy over the past few days and kept opening things and forgetting to close them.
Yeah. A little crazy over here.
That's been a little crazy. Okay. Oh, this is quite the thing. So it looks like the main paint texture is only left and right. Like, all of this is just left and right. So I need to put the paint on the thing and just do a lot of left and right strokes. Golly. The subtlety is tough here. I feel like I'm gonna need to overwhelm this palette with a lot of white. We can do a little bit of light blue. We need a little bit of green, but I don't know how to input the green. Like, I can't... I might have to mix a special green. Granted, it almost looks gray. So let's see if I can't add... Alright. One tiny dot of green. And we're going to mix this with some gray, but not my silvery gray. We're going to go with... We'll go with this gray. Yeah, the graininess we're going to have to add afterwards. I'm going to do the whole paint texture first, and then we're going to add the little splotches afterwards. Oh no. Just got some paint on my finger now. That was a dumb idea. I thought I was going to use it, but I'm like, I don't know how to get it off now. Let's go with this brush. It is a very dark color. But okay, I can see that happening. So, got that ready. There's so many colors. There are going to be browns in the middle. Do I have a light brown, a sandy brown? There we go. We got a couple of sandy browns. What do we have? We have beachcomber beige and khaki. Let me quickly just see what the differences are. I'm just gonna have to throw them on the canvas. Okay, and... Oh, this one looks like it's much darker. That's much darker. So we're gonna use this one more than anything else. We're just gonna put some on here. Here it is. Time to just throw stuff on a canvas. This is the chaos part. I'm gonna have to put a lot of white. Maybe put a little bit of this blue. I need to put the tiniest amounts of blue though. I really don't want to put too much. Because a little bit of blue is going to go a long way of the subtlety here. Oh, that blue next to that brown is probably not going to turn out well. I'm already guessing that. Alright, it might be time for me to go ahead and put the stuff on the can. Can I just drizzle? It's like making a cake. Let me drizzle some white. Alright. And lastly, I've got this gray on standby. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we'll see how this turns out. I'm gonna try to keep only left and right strokes here. I think we could have added a little bit of yellow. I think we're missing some yellow here. But there's definitely a cool texture going on. Oh, the blues are being very subtle. That's the goal, honestly. This is looking good. Actually looks really good. I don't know if I want to like touch it now. It's like it's just good. All right, we can add maybe a slight bit of yellow. Honestly, no. I like how it looks. We'll do another one. So this is good. I'll let this dry before we do the speckles on it. And then I'm just going to do an entirely new one for the sake of experimenting, yeah. Hey, welcome, Bren. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Right now, we're working on the SpongeBob like sand texture. Just literally what the ground looks like. And this is a great first start, I think. I really like how that looks. Cleaning off my brush, and we're gonna get started with a new one. So I'm just gonna set this to the side and do the exact same thing, but I'm gonna add a little bit more yellow this time. Because I feel like I might have missed out on that, but I don't want to ruin the one I have currently, so we're gonna not do it on this one. Oh, this type of paper is a lot thinner, so it's a lot more soaked. Okay. I need to reposition where everything is. This is not a painting studio. I don't have the space. I appreciate it. Okay. Whew. I guess I'm a Scooby-Doo fan, if you're gonna compare those two. Courage the Cowardly Dog has a very, like, specific style that some people really like, but it's not so much my style, I don't think. I think I'm much more of a Scooby-Doo fan. Alright, let's go with... You know what I'm tempted to do? How much... That base coat actually shows through a lot, so it's an important coat. You know what? This is crazy, and it might not work. But I'm gonna start with a very... I'm trying to figure out what color to start. I'm gonna start with a yellow base coat. This might be a mistake. It might be amazing. And we get to find that out. So the yellow is gonna be a little bit less important. I don't need to worry so much about how that goes. Sand is very important. We have to really bring back in this sand color. But we're gonna have to do even more white because the sand is very... Oh right, that was the darker one. I didn't want that. I wanted this one. Yeah, I really put the wrong sand on. Dang it. This is gonna be very dark and I didn't want that. Alright. Just looking at how they look like right now, I'm afraid that this one's gonna be a bit more of a mess. Add in our tiny bit of blue, which I think the blue might be even better on its subtlety here. It's kind of mixing in with a yellow, so to give that greenish texture. Because at the end of the day, there's a very aqua-y green quality. And you know what, just because I'm saying this out loud, we're gonna add in a green. Literally like the tiniest drops, and I'm gonna put it right next to a white, so it's about to get overrun. If we put it on the white, it'll have to get mixed. Anything else I can add? I could add an orange. Well, I have very little orange. That orange is very strong. Okay. And we'll add a tiny bit of gray to the top, because SpongeBob backgrounds tend to get darker as they go up. Kind of like it's towards the horizon or something. And we'll add a little bit back in of our beachcomber. If I ended it right here, we have a very weird melted... This is a super abstract painting. Oh, that's really funny. Ooh, that orange might not mix very well. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. I just might not have enough of the brown. Oh yeah, this is maybe too many colors now. We'll reserve our opinions until everything's mixed together first. It also might be the yellow base coat. It might be that it's not good to do the yellow base coat. I probably should have gone back to a beige piece of paper. Actually, not bad. It got better once I mixed it. Have I ever been rickrolled? Oh yeah, plenty of times. She rickrolls me, yeah. That actually turned out really well. I love this middle green. That looks really natural. I want to get rid of this white line. This looks really natural. I think it needs more white because it's just a bit too dark everywhere else. I think we can add a little bit of brown too. Alright, let's try that. It kind of all mixes on the actual brush itself and makes it to where I can't add more color. So I might need to... Alright, here we go. That's looking good. This is so much paint. This is going to take forever to dry. We might have to go to a different thing before we can add the speckles on this. I still feel like there's not enough... Like, it doesn't look like the white sandy beach kind of thing. We need more white. I don't want to overdo this green though. I love this green. If I cover it, I'll be so sad. Don't cover the green! Ah! Oh, okay. Yeah, there's some great texture to that. Alright, I'm gonna not touch it. I'm happy with where it is. This paintbrush is so dolloped with paint right now. There we go. So the base coat doesn't matter a whole lot. It shines through a little bit. Like you can see some of this yellow is from the base coat, but for the most part, I put so much paint on it that I don't know if it matters. No, it actually does. I mean, like, if we compare the two, you can sort of tell that the one we just did has a little bit more of a yellow tint. And so, hey, it's two different types, two different ways. We got a little bit of a brown there in the middle I'm not sure I like. But it's a bit late since I've just washed the paintbrush. How's the chat doing? How you guys? Singing in the background. That was my wife. Hey, you have a go in. Get that snack. There was a Rickroll in 2008 Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. That's really funny. Yeah, I feel like everyone's been Rickrolled at one point or another. Alright. I actually don't know where I'm putting this. Again, I'm running out of places to dry pieces of paper. I got a place. It's like far away. Oh, this is so shiny and fresh. It's fun, guys. It's fun working on real paintings. Alright. Now to something entirely different. Because, so far we've been using almost the same strategy, sort of. Like the metal, for the metal we've been going back and forth, kind of really angularly. For the sand, we were going side to side. And now if we're going to do grass, this is going to be a bit different. Jellyfish Fields. Let's check this out. So we've got generally a lot. This is complex. This is much more like a... Oh my goodness. Yeah. So this looks like I'm actually going to have to take a bit more quality time in... We can do a big pass of colors, but then there's these smaller brush strokes that are absolutely added in after the fact. So... I mean, on the positive side, I think I can start with a light green base coat. And that'll get me a good way started. I don't know what you mean by BFDI, but by ASDF, do you mean the ASDF movies from Tomska? Because those are good, yeah. If those are just acronyms, though, I'm not sure what you are referring to. Alright, painting. There's a lot here. We're gonna need basically every color around green. We're gonna need all the dark greens, we're gonna need a yellow or two. It doesn't look like we actually need white. Because white is just so different. We should just be able to get away with just using greens and yellows. Maybe a bit of blue? We could add a very subtle blue. Yeah, which kind though? Let's add a very subtle bit of that blue. I think this is my color palette right here. The greens are the most important, we'll add them later. Let's add in our blues and whites. Oh gosh, you know what, actually? The thing about how this texture works is it works... Man. It's based off of a hill. So... However I do this... No, I can do it. Okay. There's a way that I can do this without it having to be only one kind of hill. Because my goal here is to make textures that can be reused as much as possible. And I think I can do that. So, oh my gosh. We're going to use a very small bit of green. Oh, that's way too much blue! We'll cover it up. We'll cover that up. In fact, I'll put yellow right on top of it. That way it mixes into a green. I'm just gonna toaster strudel it right here in the middle. Kind of keep that center kind of nice and light. I said I wasn't gonna, but we're gonna put a tiny bit of light. Just the tiniest bit. Alright. We can put a little bit more yellow on the outsides.
Somebody found this movie.
Hi! Welcome, welcome! Welcome to the stream. Glad you're here. We stream every Saturday morning. We do art streams where I have been working on some like background art for future videos. I've been working on, right now it's just kind of some textures. We got like a sands texture for SpongeBob. I'm about to add the speckles onto it. We've also been working on a little bit of a metal texture right here and different stuff like that. And so every Saturday morning we do art streams, and every Wednesday we're doing just general fun streams. Most of the time it's video games, and sometimes we do a movie night, sometimes we do a game night with community. So welcome! Hope you enjoy. You can subscribe to this channel to be notified for all of our future streams. Before this all dries, I need to add some more stuff to it. Let's add the actual greens. I've added a lot of yellow. I feel like I might need to use a smaller brush for this. Oh, that's a very dark green. We'll see how that looks. Alright, colors are down. I'm gonna have green on standby because I'm probably gonna have to add more just standard green soon. But let's get the brush. I'm gonna use slightly smaller brush strokes here. Oh man, I'm really getting stuff all over my phone. This is a new phone case too. Ugh.
You just got that.
I just got it like 2 days ago. This is hilarious. Brand new phone case, now gotta be covered in paint. I suppose I could just, oh wow. And yeah, I'll have to just clean it later. Or I can just cover it with black paint, right?
I mean, yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna put the chat over here. That way way am I getting paint directly on it? There we go. Now, before all this dries... Yeah, I feel like this is not quite the amount of green that is necessary. Ooh, but that blue doesn't look bad. Yeah, no, there's going to need to be a lot of mixing going into here. Okay, we're getting a cool color now. So this is almost the exact same brushstroke texture as the sand was, it's just side to side. Oh, it has looked a lot better now that I've mixed it together. I love this style. Just putting the paint on the canvas is a very fun and natural style to do this in. It mixes all very well. That's pretty convincing. Okay, cool. I think this is, again, another thing where it's so good I don't want to touch it and ruin it. So, woohoo! Made grass! Hey guys, go outside, touch grass. I did it. I went outside. Look at that. Hey, welcome back. Yes, make a happy tree. Thank you for joining us. Okay, I'm very happy with that. That'll work great. We might need to add texture to it, but also that I'm feeling like the small brush strokes could be added digitally, and this is a very big texture that will work really well in a lot of different ways. So, as much as it might be less interesting on the stream right now, for the sake of our work and actually making the videos later, keeping it like this is probably best for us. But I'm gonna get rid of it now. Perfect. So the touch of grass is a joke. It's on the internet, basically. There's a joke. Gotta find a place. Here, let me explain it in a second. Find a place to...
Oh my gosh, it's so funny when you look at it up like that.
Oh, is it chroma keying out?
Yeah.
So I'm not actually in front of the back wall office right now. The back wall of the office is behind the camera, but the only way that I could get good lighting on me is by using the window. So... tricked ya! Alright. But yeah, the whole touch grass thing is basically an internet joke where people don't go outside because they play video games all day. And so the idea is like, hey kid, go cut some grass. You know, it's basically just a way to say, if you haven't touched grass, you haven't gone outside in a long time, and you're somebody who's sitting on your computer all day. So, yeah, like us. So that's what the touch grass meme is about on the internet. It's just, oh, there's a big dollop of paint right on the table. It actually looks really cool too. You guys can't see it, but it has a very cool mixed paint look to it. I'm gonna shake the whole table now while I try to dab this off. Okay. Plenty of stuff. You're back with a snack, very good. Powerpuff style of grass, nice. Green with envy. Like it. Very good puns, very enjoyable. Okay. So, we've done sand. We've at least started sand. We haven't gotten to the point where we can do the speckles on it quite yet. We could do wood, but I'm actually running out of textures to think about for SpongeBob things that I couldn't do digitally. This has been very helpful. I mean, this is awesome that we're getting this accomplished, because this is going to be stuff that we're going to use for like the rest of our videos now. I'm getting paint in my chair too. Again, I'm going to have paint everywhere now. My biggest fear? Good question. Not sure. Just living and focusing on work and getting everything accomplished, I suppose. Like, I don't really have a big fear right now because I'm living a very relaxed state of mind. and so I don't let myself get scared of things all that much. So yeah, it's a good question, but I just don't have a good answer, unfortunately. All right. So yeah, I mean, I think we might move on to. Let's see, what time is it? Yeah, I might move on to lunch. I might end the stream soon. It's good music. What else can we think? We could try to do some wood. Ooh. Let me see. Hey, welcome Lydia. Welcome to the stream. We've been doing some art today. Trying to move on to something new right now. Trying to figure out what kind of background elements we can paint for our future videos on YouTube. Let's see. I don't know how to even look this up. It's like I just want to generally look at SpongeBob gallery. Let's see if we can't get any of his backgrounds. Okay, so we have, wood is a good one. We've got some of this, like, random ground stuff. Wood is a very big one. I think we have to work on wood next. Because one thing I never have with wood is a flat texture that I can then turn around and move and put in different positions. So it might be wood. We could do panels. There's a lot of wicker paneling. And there's also a lot of... it's not bamboo. What's it called? Like tiki, like, it is bamboo. Yeah. Oh, there's also, the roads. We could do a road texture, maybe. A road would be very easy for me to do digitally, though. So, if it's only what we're doing right now, we might move on to wood. Yeah, let's do wood. Again, I guess let's look up a Krusty Krab interior. And try to get the wood paneling from the ground. Alright. So we'll use this as reference. There's a very interesting texture here. Oh my goodness, that's really cool. I have no idea how they did that. You know what? This is something where it would be helpful if I had an actual canvas. Because there'd be a... Is there?
Yes.
Awesome.
I can't reach it though, so you'll have to get it.
Okay, where is it?
It's in the closet on the very top.
I'm gonna be right back. Because I think for this specific texture, I'm going to need a special canvas and not just pieces of paper. So enjoy the music, I'll be right back.
It's a really big canvas.
Oh, you think this is going to be too big for what I'm using here?
I mean,
We'll check it out.
you can always cut it together.
So this is definitely a slightly bigger canvas. Yeah, I mean, I also, so probably I'm just going to cut this up, and I can practice on one half of it, and then move it on the other half of it. Bob Ross! Oh man, we've gotten out of the generation who knows who Bob Ross is. Bob Ross was a very classical, he made painting, like, videos. Like, it was back, you know, in the days of VHS and all that stuff, but he, it was kind of not, you could almost call it a tutorial, but he was very relaxing. He had a very relaxing voice. He was very, you know, just very kind of positive person. And so people liked watching him paint things. And not only that, but you could paint with him because he was basically telling you what colors to use. He was, yeah, it was a very positive and relaxing tutorial. A lot of people, even if they didn't want to paint, they would just have Bob Ross playing and they'd be relaxing, you know, because it was soothing to kind of see art be made. And Happy Trees is definitely one of the most quotable things from him, because every time he would draw like trees, he would always refer to them as happy little trees. He had a lot of these little slogans that people loved. Like, I wouldn't say slogans, but more like little catchphrases or things like that. He would say, like, drawing happy trees. There was a thing there, every time he had his brush and there was too much paint on it, and he'd want to flick all the extra paint off, he would flick it on the easel, and he said he was beating the devil out of the... beat the devil out of the brush or the paint or whatever. So he had all these little slogans that were very fun and catchy. And so yeah, people loved Bob Ross. And they still do, but I know that it's definitely, as generations move on and as media moves on, it's easy for some of these older media sources to be forgotten among the younger crowd. Yeah, it's super great, very good, highly recommended. If you want something relaxing, that is a great thing to do to be relaxing. Or if you just want to have a painting tutorial that is going to be more entertaining than most ever will be, that is going to be the most entertaining painting tutorial that you can paint along with it. I'm going to need to cut this up somehow, because I don't need the actual canvas. Actually, I think that's very good.
Yeah, Beth, your ultimate celebrity crush and why?
My ultimate celebrity crush? I don't have one. Mainly because, first off, I don't even follow, like, celebrity culture all that much.
Wow, that's your first point?
I'm just saying, I don't. Like, it's... I'm also married, yes, that's a very big important part. But it's like, it's just that, like, I wouldn't have the opportunity to. Because also, celebrities, for the most part, like, as a kid, I guess you have celebrity crushes more often. As an adult, it's like, for the most part, I just see them now as a lot of people who have, like, there's the magic is broken, I think, because I just know that a lot of them are broken people. I think as an adult you learn how much just the actors and actresses can sometimes be not what you expect them to be. Like, they're not the characters that they present on a movie. Like, the characters that they play in a movie is not who they really are in real life. And so that's the funny thing about that. I'm sorry, sweetheart. You know what I mean. I'm just trying to extrapolate and talk. Alright, I'm trying to cut this out now because this whole canvas is not going to be very useful. Yeah, Bob Ross is very easy to find on YouTube. Oof. The problem is, I can't do a Looney Tunes style. I've never... Like, Looney Tunes is a very complex, characters. It's really good. Like, the character art is amazing, but I cannot draw Looney Tunes. I haven't tried, really. I probably could if I practiced it. But, yeah. The only tutorial I possibly would be, like, apt enough to actually do, and do well, would be SpongeBob characters, because that's all I draw. No problem, no problem. Alright. Now I've got extra just frame. Hey guys, it's a window. Yeah, we'll figure it out. That'll be useful or something. Okay, so I don't need all of this at once. There's actually a hilariously good texture on the back. There's some very subtle texturing there. So I'm gonna try to cut this up in a way that's useful. Fine. Okay. Green Day. Yeah, I've listened to some Green Day. Yeah, Green Day is fun. I like that general, like, rock, you know, style. They are the rock ones, right? Yeah, I used to listen to a lot of that stuff during college. Skateboarding around between classes, I would listen to music like that. I had a lot of rock music and whatnot that I would listen to while skateboarding. Trying to get this all cut up. I now have 4 new canvases. I don't know if I'm going to use them all for the rest of the stream. I don't know how much longer we're going to be streaming. But I've got them now. Your favorite rock band, Green Day? That's awesome. Hey, they're fantastic. They They'll also do a lot of different styles of rock within their different music. I like musicians who can kind of make different sounding things, not just a musician who sticks to kind of one sound. Okay. So, real canvas now. This is going to have a much different feel when I use the brushes and whatnot. I'm going to listen to the music with you guys. Time to throw in. Okay, so now there's two aims I can go for here. I can go for the green, like, floorboards of the Krusty Krab, or I could go for brown wood. And I think brown wood is going to be a bit more applicable to more usages over the course of the different videos. I might be able to start off... man, this is crazy. So, figuring out how I'm going to do this. We're going to have a tiny bit of green. We're absolutely going to be using some sand colors. I need a dark brown. Here's a dark brown. There's a lightish color that I could add. But I feel like that's just going to be, again, the sandy colors. Animator's Crash Course. I've heard of that book. There's like 2 big books in animation. And they're written by like the king, like the people who like literally animated for the classic Looney Tunes and stuff. Like those classic animators wrote some books on animation, and they are basically used in college classes for animation. Like I was told about some of those books. I haven't actually gotten to read any of them. But there are 2 very big classic books about that stuff. All right, where can I find? Good Burger. What's Good Burger again? I know that's I remember that reference. I just can't pull it to mind. Oh, this is gonna be very interesting. I'm gonna try to do the same thing I was doing. Here's what I'm gonna do. Is I'm going to put the paint out in side-to-side strokes, similar to what we were doing previously, where we put the paint on the canvas and then smear it. And it may not work, but thankfully I have more than one canvas. So let's just go ahead and do it quickly and see what I can come out of this. Just putting it out, making this wood paneling side by side. This might be too, well, I don't think I can have too much of the dark brown because it's going to be our most important color. I'm actually going to quickly go with a little squiggle throughout the whole thing. Okay, that's our most important color. We're going to add a couple of light browns throughout. I have no idea how well this is going to work. I'm also tempted to use the sponge brush for this one, because maybe I can add a little bit of texture to the wood. Add a little bit of green. Kind of have that mossy underwater wood. Alright. And pretty much that's it. I mean, I could add a tiny bit more of... Was that the dark brown? How's this? Yeah, here we go. Let's add some of this very light sandy brown. Cool. This might not be enough of the brown. We'll see how this works, but... Oh, but there's definitely some cool texture going on. Yeah, using an actual canvas ends up with a much cooler result. I'm gonna make slight curls here. I feel like I don't want to have it exactly straight, because wood has like that natural like bend and curl. You see the wood grain. Yeah, all that, people. Okay, that's exactly what it was. Thank you. Yeah, the Good Burger. Okay, thank you. I knew I was like familiar with it, couldn't remember exactly what it was. Oh gosh, well the canvas is curling up. I wasn't expecting that. Must be why they put it on wood. Oh, you know, just by sticking the edges of the canvas to wet paint, it's like sticking down a bit better. That's a pretty good starting coat. We'll probably come back to this, because now, the thing is, now that we've added the base coat, the other important factor is adding the layers on top now. feel like I'm not able to. Ran out of brown paint at the bottom. Just add a little bit more of the dark paint on top. Oh, again, another battery exhaust. Really gonna have to get that, I don't want the battery to fall into the wet paint. Okay. Alright, get started, get it up. Oh wait, we're not focused. There we go. We're back in. Okay. Meanwhile, the paint has been drying. Okay. I like this music. I don't know what this song is from, but it's really fun. Okay, that is a very fun texture. I feel that could be used for a lot of different things besides wood. Like, this is almost a chocolatey texture. There's a lot of cool things that this could end up being. Now this is Superman Galaxy. I know that for sure. I mean, this is awesome. Very happy with this. This is a good start. Okay. So, honestly, I'm pretty happy with what we've accomplished when it comes to tangible paint so far. The only thing I could potentially do is add the speckles onto the sand. And I guess that's probably the last thing I'll do while we have this set up. So, let's go back to the sand now. I'm going to put this aside. Because I'm running out of things that I couldn't do. Like, for everything else, I'm able to work digitally and make kind of what we're missing. So this is the fun part. We're going back to the sand. The thing about the sand is that it has, like, these colorful speckles. There's reds, there's blues, there's everything here. So if I do SpongeBob sand again as a reference... SpongeBob sand has yellow speckles, red speckles, blue speckles. It's kind of hard for you to see it here. But there's all these speckles here. And this is going to be tough to recreate. So first off, we could actually have some brown speckles. If I just... Okay. Trying to figure out the best way to do this. I'm going to go ahead and try a little bit of brown speckles. And if this doesn't work... Well, before we even try anything, I guess if this doesn't work, let me preserve how this looks right here. If we could get out of the way. And then... We're just going to take a picture of this right here. Can I get it closer? Let me get it closer to the camera. Preserving this texture right here. Alright, so that's been preserved. It's really fun using a physical camera as a streaming camera, because I can still just use the SD card features. So the idea here is we're going to put the actual paint on the brush, really thick, and I'm going to flick it off. So I'm going to practice here first. Oh man, this is not working like I thought it would. It's not wanting to flick. It's not actually doing much of a... Alright, it's doing a little bit. So we're going to try that now on the real thing. Here we go. Right now the brown just looks like I'm dropping dirt. This just looks like I've put physical dirt on the canvas. It'll probably look a little bit better with some of the more vibrant colors.
There's dirt in sand.
Okay, maybe if I flick the entire brush at the same time. Alright, well that's our first speckle bit. Can get another... I gotta lose the earbud now. I'm getting in perfect messy territory, and the last thing I need is paint on my earbuds. Yeah, just flinging. I could just fling a toothbrush would have a very good resistance there. Yeah, actually, you know what? Toothbrush, the part of that is it's being shorter. It might just be that the brush here is too long. If I use a shorter hairbrush, like that, this is shorter, it might actually flick better. So thank you for saying the word toothbrush.
I think we have an extra toothbrush too, if that doesn't work.
Alright, yeah, we can try to use...
Try that first.
Yeah. Alright, so now we're gonna move on to red. I mean, I'm going into a big ball game here. This is, Oh! Here we go. That is working a lot better! Woo! And I'm getting it everywhere else, too. Oh, my phone is not gonna... Oh, yeah, we're good. Absolutely everything that I own is gonna have paint on it after today. Where's my other... Okay, let me...
Do you want to change your shirt? Because you really like that shirt.
I think, ironically, the shirt is the one thing that's gonna be okay. I'm gonna grab the other sand canvas because I want to get
Here.
Yes, and again, before... Alright. Clean off the iPad. Move all my stuff out of the way. I'm gonna be probably... Yeah, we're gonna pull my chat away for a second just because getting my phone covered in stuff. Can you plug in my phone, please? Close the screen on there as well. Alright, so I'm gonna have chat on the side computer here, which just means that it's gonna be, I'll have to look left to see the chat. Okay, so, really quick, I want to get... Oh, it wasn't even in HD, that's fine. Alright, let's focus on that. Oh, it's finding it very hard to focus on this. Focus, camera. Thank you. Alright, preserving that. That is now preserved. Time to flick some red paint on it. This shorter brush is working so much better. And that's an effect that would be very, very difficult to get digitally.
I'm sure Israel knows how to do it.
Yeah.
Do everything.
Yeah, probably. But getting it to this, like, realistic kind of level is tough. Alright, I don't want to focus on just one color, though, so we gotta go ahead and keep this brush. We'll move on to a blue on both of these canvases. And then I think, I mean, what other colors are that? So they'll sometimes have yellow. They'll have yellow, they'll have blue, they'll have red. I think rarely they'll have green as well. Big Time Rush fans, that's funny. Big Time Rush was a very funny show because all the sound design they did for it, like they made it sound like a cartoon, and I thought that was one of the funniest decisions that they made. Made it very entertaining as a kid. Alright, what's a good blue? Should we do that dark blue? I think a dark blue is... Yeah, we need a dark blue. Okay. Alright. Got the dark blue. Might end up mixing with the red a little bit on this brush, but I want to use the same brush because this is a very good brush for flicking the paint. This is working wonderfully. And I'm absolutely getting it everywhere else too, but that is fine. I'll have to get some paint remover. Tomorrow is just going to be me and paint remover.
Hey, you want to get some boards downstairs while you're doing it?
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. This to the side. Go back to our other canvas, add blue to this one. I might have added too much red on this one. But that's okay. See, you don't get this kind of hands-on experience when you've got digital painting. This is next level stuff. boom, boom, boom. I don't have the wonderful catchphrases that Bob Ross has, so I'm just flicking paint. That's it. Nothing special. Boo boo. That's the strategy. You gotta boo boo it. All right. And lastly, let's get some yellows in here. This is definitely the messiest part. Like, we're getting just... Pixels don't do this to you. I'm not used to it. Real paint. Okay. Last little bit. Here we go. Oh, I put too much, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm a little bit wasteful of the paint today because I've kind of been going above and beyond because I'm not sure how much I need, but on the positive side, it's working. Oh, the yellow looks crazy good. That's adding... Man. The smaller yellow is looking good. I feel like the bigger yellow... That's not bad. That's crazy how much this is getting way closer to... Let that be easier to... That is really looking like SpongeBob sand. I feel like it might be worth me just doing black paint splattered onto a white piece of paper so I have a texture that I can use for, like, compositing in, yeah. I really should have done that. So, actually, the last thing I'm going to be doing on stream is just getting a black piece of paper or a white piece of paper and putting paint on it in a different texture because we need that for the sake of working in the digital environment. Because these are great and all, but they are... not editable. And if I make layers of paint that I can edit later, that will be very valuable. Alright. Oh, I'm getting green in there somehow. I might just have to stop on this one there. I don't like what I did there. That's not good. Alright. More paper towel. 2016 Powerpuff Girls. I've not seen any of that. I actually haven't watched a lot of Powerpuff Girls in general. It's not a show that I watched a lot of.
I did.
I ironically had a Game Boy Advanced Powerpuff Girls game. I don't know how we got it. I don't know why we had it. But I had a Powerpuff Girls game on the Game Boy. But I hadn't even watched the show. I learned more about the characters of that show from that game than anything else. Alright. So, this is great. There are some spots where I wish I didn't get to smudge it. The smudges aren't great. But, overall, these are two very good SpongeBob sand textures. Like, crazy good. I mean, again, another smudge. I'll have to see if I can cover that up. Maybe just with some white paint or some more of that sand paint. But I'm very happy with how this turned out. This is awesome. Okay. Moving right along. I think... should I use this? I think I should. I'm gonna use this for one of the two. Here's my goal. We need to make some textures that I can reuse in editing. And with editing, there's a lot of fancy things you can do, but most specifically, I need to have a way to add like those speckles if I want them, or to add a general brush texture if I want it. And the easiest way to do that is to make a black and white pattern. With black and white, I can either use the white parts of it, or I can use the black parts of it, or I can overlap the entire black and white image over any color I want. Or I can even tint the image into any color I want. So it's a very valuable thing to have in editing, and I have basically just given this table a SpongeBob sand texture.
Great. My campers will love it.
So, I'm just running out of, like, things to hold. Alright.
No, we didn't poop. He's just cleaning.
Yeah, I don't know if you're hearing a squeak or something, but yeah, nothing's happening. Oh, it's on the mouse too. It's everywhere. Yep, I knew it. Absolutely everything in this room is now gonna have paint on it.
Oh.
It got all the way over my keyboard.
Hey, is yours working? Because mine's not working.
What? The stream?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it's working for me.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Alright, yeah, you have it going, Bevo. Alright. The shortcut is J to fix the smudge. Yeah, I feel like honestly just taking a slight Photoshop edit to some of these are gonna be able to, we're gonna easily be able to cover up the tiny mistakes. So what we're gonna start with, I'm gonna get my canvas back out. And we're gonna do a black and white image here. Push this up. This to the side. And get my music back again. Actually, you know what? Before I go crazy again, let me go ahead and do the speckles first. So I'm gonna get a white piece of paper and just speckle black onto it. That way we can just be done with speckling, because the speckling is being quite the process. Turns out this is going to be what the whole art stream is about. I thought I was going to move on and do some other like graphics things, but really I think I don't have the time for it. And also it would just take a while to like, this setup I have is very peculiar and very specific, so I would have to like undo all of this. And so it's probably better that we just got to keep this the same setup for the whole stream. So let's do one last bit of flicking paint and getting it onto everything I own. Not even on the shirt, though. It's, yeah, I've been good. Alright, black paint. White canvas. So this is something that, yeah, just having that splatter texture. I can use this in editing later. Maybe, I'm just trying to make sure it gets an even cover. I want to fill in areas that might not have as much, and golly, really try to clean up this table as much as possible. I probably should have put a table cover. I don't even know if we have them, but we have some cheap shower curtains we could have used. Okay, that's a pretty good splatter texture. This can be used for so many things in the future. This will be great. Perfect. Real paint splatter texture. Very happy about that. I need to pick it up now. Alright. And now, I'm gonna actually do the same technique that we have been doing with putting the paint on the canvas and then smearing it around. But instead of doing, I'm gonna make a very contrasty texture. I'm only gonna use the colors white and black. And I've completely run out of places to put this. Alright. And by the way, thank you guys for joining me here on this wonderful, wonderful Saturday morning. I'm always very happy to be joined by you guys. I get to work on this kind of stuff, and in general, grow the streaming channel. Streaming is a really fun thing, and I know it's generally hard to get started as a streamer, and it's very nice that I get to have the jumping point of going from the JChaseFilms channel and then doing streaming from there. So I thank you guys for joining me, because this is a really fun prospect of starting the streaming channel, of eventually getting the gaming channel started. I just appreciate you guys and helping me get this all roped together and working out. And also as I experiment with figuring out how to actually be a streamer, you know, performance-wise. Alright, we're gonna go to the actual cool textured canvas now for this. This is just Nice dark black. This is gonna be the ultimate, like, just crazy painting that you would see in a museum. It's just like, what does this mean? What is the emotions of this painting? But this will be very useful as we work on our videos. Okay. Here we go. Any last little? Yeah, no, I saw Big Time Rush a bit as a kid. Not too much, though. I didn't watch it, like, enough to really remember the story or any of their names. But I've seen it enough to know...
One of them is Logan.
One of them is Logan, I think, yeah. Hey, you won Fortnite. Very good job. Very good job. Okay. This is not a very thick brush side to side. There we go. How does that look? Okay, here we go. We're getting a texture. Might need to add more white. The black is very overpowering in just the density of the color. Also, I probably have way too much physical paint on this canvas. Because it's not smearing so much as just pooling up. But we're definitely getting a texture. It's not that we aren't. Yeah, there's definitely a texture here. We could use this, I could see this being used for metal. Actually, while the paint is wet and shiny, I might try to go ahead and quickly get a, like, picture of this. Because the shininess of the paint is adding some highlights that I think we're gonna lose once it dries. It's more valuable right now while it's wet. Trying to get longer brush strokes because that's what's been really good for SpongeBob backgrounds. They use a lot of really long brush strokes. Yeah, this has just become a middle gray now. There's not a lot of texture there. Just yeah, you know what I can do is I can individually. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and individually add some paint on top because the mix has become too well mixed now. So I need to separately add this. Alright, so we're gonna add some black. Where can we add it? This is a good spot right there. Here. And where else? Maybe up in the top corner? Yeah. That looks good. This is fully curled up. Let's get some weights on this. Good. Okay, and now this brush is not going to work because it's covered in black paint. Let's get one more brush. Let's add some white paint on top of this, and I think this texture will be very good. I wanted a wide brush. Do we have... I could use this. Let's try this. Where should we add it? Let's add one like here. Now this will probably be our last ones that we can do. It's there. Oh, that was very strong. Very strong. Okay. Perfect. That is a wonderful texture. We can change its colors later. We can use this as just something that gets overlapped. But that is something that is going to be very valuable in our work process. And you're going to see this stuff subtly in the backgrounds of so many videos now. This is wonderful. This is not construction paper. I actually am using real canvas this time, which is why it's curling up so much. The paper is kind of, it wants to stay flat, but the canvas wants to curl up just because of how it's made. It's got more cloth, I think, in it. Than wood product. Okay, so I've got so many different brushes that I've been washing right now. I've used a lot during this stream. Fantastic. I'm gonna go ahead. I want to unscrew this really quick. I really don't want my camera to fall down into the paint. Alright. And here you go. See, this is the camera. I finally got it working with a stream setup. I'm going to go ahead and stop the HD. We're going to put it over top. We're going to focus the camera and brighten it up a little bit. That's a really good texture. That'll be very useful. Alright. Also, if you're wondering, that's our actual office back wall, because this is just a green screen. So, we've got the real office wall, the fake office wall, all good stuff. And we got cats. Cats are enjoying the wonderful outdoors. So, thank you. Thank you for being here with me. This has been a very fun art stream. I mean, I think it's maybe the one I had the most fun with, just because I didn't get to normally use the tangible art like this. How you guys doing in the chat before we sign off? New Super Mario Bros. Wii, I love it. Yes, I'm certain that was the music that was playing at the time. Yeah, this has been super fun. What time will it be done? I'm pretty much done now. This is it. We're just signing off, saying goodbye. If you aren't subscribed to this live stream channel yet, please do. Every subscription is helping to make this channel grow, and you'll be notified when we have streams in the future. We stream pretty much twice a week, and we do art streams on Saturdays, and gaming and general fun streams on Wednesday nights. So, well, night relative to my time zone. So thank you for joining us. It's been fun. Authentic canvas. Yeah, authentic canvas is much more fun. You get a texture there. The paint gets kind of caught up on that texture, and that can create something really cool relative to just painting on pieces of paper. The stream has been going for, I don't know, where does it say? I mean, yeah, it's basically been 3 hours. Yeah, it's basically been 3 hours. Awesome. Yes, there are a lot of memes on accidentally drinking paint water just because it's a cup of water. I think leaving the brushes in the cup makes it a little bit more obvious. Like, this is a little bit more obvious that I shouldn't drink this. But on the other side of the table is my real cup of water that has still gotten covered with paint.
You also don't like to drink water out of not clear cups.
Yes, generally. But look, so my microphone here, you can barely tell. We've got, like, paint that got splattered. This is the paint when I was painting with the splatter technique. And so that's all that's all covered there. We've got a bunch on the table that I'm gonna have to try to clean up. And then even all the way to the left, my keyboard over here, if I focus this right now, these little splatters of yellow, which is so far away from, like, where we were working. All the way over there, that was its own little thing. So, can I... Here, I'm wondering if I can do a thing. Oh, there's two of me now. What streamer does this? What streamer gives you 2 angles? I can talk to this camera and be talking to that camera. Anyways, thank you guys for joining the stream. It has been a fantastic stream. I'm really happy to be able to hang out with you all. And I hope you all have a fantastic day. I will probably be in the Discord. I'll be in the Discord a bit more often this week. But, just in general, I don't have all the time in the world, unfortunately, to be on the Discord all the time. But if I'm there, I'll be happy to hang out with you guys. Hopefully you guys get to chat with each other on the Discord. Thank you for being here. Making sure I'm not missing any last little comments or anything. We're going to be doing a game stream on Wednesday. So Wednesday is when we're doing the game stream. I think the next thing I'm going to do is build our upcoming streaming schedule, and I'll post it on the Discord. So you can wait on the Discord. In the next hour, I'll post the upcoming week's streaming schedule, and that will include whether or not we're doing a third stream. But as of right now, at the minimum, Wednesday gaming stream, we're going to be finishing Battle for Bikini Bottom, and on Saturday we're going to do another art stream. Don't know what we're doing on that one yet, because again, we're in between projects right now, so kind of figuring out what we're doing. So thank you, I hope you all have a fantastic day, and otherwise, I am signing off. Bye! Gotta click the buttons now. It's been a good stream. Woohoo! And buttons are so far away. This is actually a very tough streaming setup to actually even stop. Alright, bye! And I have to press the button again. Oh my goodness. Bye for the 7th time. Hope you have a good day.